Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War stream. So today, of course, main objective and pretty much only objective of this stream is to go do the new faction. So much so that we'll be finishing it today. So we're currently at 280 on it. I might as well go reserve one for 2 times. We still have it at a slightly lower level, but we'll go to that, use the other 2 for something else later. But yeah, we're at 290 right now, doing that in the event, and we're going to go all the way to 500 Pure Faction. Main thing that we end up earning out of that, of course, is the permanent +1 magic, which I believe we get, no, we do not get it prior to Pure Faction, or do we? Hold up, what is it? We end up getting 220 times 3. That comes out to 660. Never mind, we would. We actually do get it before Pure Faction, so that's cool. But, yeah, and then we'll end up getting Pure Faction in, and we'll be good to go. And that's pretty much the game plan. And that will give us our 2,500, our maxed out pet for the place. And even prior to doing Pure Faction, apparently, +1 magic. So that'll work out nicely. Anyways, still have a lot of shards left over. And we'll just be going through the event. Might need to buy 1 more pack to have enough. That's not the event. That would be Invasions. Let's see. That's also not the event. Can you please click onto there? There we go. But we did end up wasting like 5 battles last night due to a weird glitch that hopefully shouldn't happen again today. I think it might have been controller specific only, so hopefully that was the case. Otherwise it'll be very annoying. Also, the entire leaderboard's an entire wall of people at 500. So good thing we started doing rush method. Rush method's rather weird for this delve as well, because you can go pretty much any direction you want with this place. You basically take the first room, you take any of the 3 adjacent rooms, then you take any room that isn't one of those 3 adjacent rooms, and you can go to the final boss. It is such a strange layout, but it works. And also, we're using this somewhat weird team, which you normally wouldn't use. But this stealth has so much yellow that it's actually viable. The entire first battle is pure yellow, and the last battle is triple yellow. And for that reason, running something that does double damage to yellow is actually not horrible. Famous last words. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know, faction event shouldn't be that hard today, I don't think. It's one of the more annoying ones, but we're going to have so many stats at this point that I think we'll be able to get it first attempt pretty easily. But we'll find out how that goes. Soon, TM. Also, I did say we'd hand out a bigger code this stream as well. Mostly for the +1 magic. So once we reach +1 magic, we'll hand out a code. Actually, I might not even realize it initially that I got it, but it should apply automatically. So if we just randomly see we have 1 higher magic, which will be kind of hard with this team because we're constantly gaining stats. But if we just randomly see we have 1 higher magic, that means we got it. So right here, we could do any of these 4 rooms when we move to the final one. So we pretty much just decide which one has the most yellow and isn't going to kill us. And we just go for that. So this one is technically that, since it has the double yellow there. What team are you planning to use for Pure Faction? Double of the Manticore, followed by the Skull Spammer, followed by the Legend. So basically 1 of everything, but doubling up on the Manticore and skipping over the Troll is basically what I'll be running, or exactly what I'll be running. Mostly because the Troll is rather underwhelming, and the thing it's creating into isn't even that useful of a mana for the team. Most of the Trolls tend to be pretty underwhelming. The Manticore. The Manticore thing. I just keep calling it Manticore, because it's easier to remember. Let's see. I'll take that down for now. It's pretty much a Manticore. What do I grab here? Take that down. And he'd be dead. And that ability does double tap if there's only 1 left, which is very beneficial. And now, even though it looks like we shouldn't be able to do the final room, because we just went there, there, and there, you can. Because this delve is that weird. Is the weapon worth the diamonds? The one that's craftable this week off of the faction? No. That is not worth the diamonds. You might as well just get it through the event if you happen to get it through the event. Otherwise, not really get it at all. As it is a rather underwhelming weapon. It's way too random to be viable. Like, pretty much everything in this delve. They're all way too random to ever be viable. Which is unfortunate. There's ways to do random mechanics correctly, but this faction is not one of them. Nor is the weapon even useful. There we go. Easy as that. And we just rinse and repeat that for every single battle. Until we get all the way to the end. I might end up switching over to a instant kill team. I still haven't ended up making that up. I still need to cover that video too. I haven't had time this morning. We will be very soon, TM. But at least when we covered the video, we would have tested every single team by then. Because I likely will be switching into the only team composition type that I haven't used yet. So we use low-level quick kill. We used, well, I guess I didn't try skull spam yet either. And we used a few other like intermediary kind of builds. The ones that tend to run from like 100 to 300, 100 to 200. And then we'll be messing with, of course, the instant kill option. Which, I guess we'll switch to somewhat soon. This is still obviously working right now. But we'll probably need to switch at some point soonish to an Iron Gut team or a Zugov team, or basically just use the one that uses both of them together, which is likely what I'll be switching to. To my understanding, it's still the meta as far as factions are concerned, if it's usable. That team being Mountain Crusher, Iron Guts, Zugov, and what's his name? Possessed King in last slot. Or even Leprechaun. Leprechaun would be quicker initial mana, but doing it the other way would give us more mana throughout the entire battle. So it really just depends which way we want to go about it. Which one of these is the least annoying? They're all somewhat annoying. Let's just go for this one. So hello everyone. Hope all of you have been having a wonderful Saturday so far. Didn't even say hello to everyone yet. Hello Isabel. Hello Tyranny. Hello Medieval. Hello Kalthos. Hello Sir Wolf. Hello Patboy. Hello Jefferson. Hello Lochnar. Hello Impotence. I know it's typically been towards afternoon now lately. We might do them more towards morning. I've just found that people actually prefer it more towards noon. Let's see. Pure Faction will be long and time consuming to win. I'm pretty sure it will be. It's one of the more annoying ones. I'm not sure it's as annoying as like that Transform one that we had recently. But the biggest annoying thing about this faction, or Pure Faction, is that every single one will have a random effect. Except for the troll, which we're not even going to be using. So every single thing will have a random effect. However, some of those random effects, at least in the Pure Faction, will kind of be okay. Like the attack steal or the explosion on the board. So hopefully we'll get some of the better ones to actually trigger when we do them. Hello, Vladimir. Hello, Ricardo. Hello, Chimera. Hello, Elite Gaming. Hello, Hollywood. Hello, Dino Suit Girl. Hello, Moro. Hello... I know, it's still not called Manticore. It's called the Dementicore thing. It looks like it's set up as Manticore. Like the other half of the name. That's why I keep calling it a Manticore. Its mechanic is also somewhat similar to it. Or at least one of them has mana drain on it. Let's see. And it used to actually have an attack steal. Manticore back in the day. Or was it attack steal or just a really high attack gain? One or the other. I'm pretty sure it wasn't attack steal though. What team are you planning to use for Pure Faction? Oh, I already answered that earlier. But it's double Dementicore into the thing that does skull spam. The green yellow that does skull spam. Keep forgetting its name. The little hound thing. And then the legend, which is completely dead content, even though it has that unique storm thing. Let's see. Lochnar. Time for me to start my own butcher shop. That's funny. Let's see. Also, hello, analysts. You still not gotten the delve to 500 because it makes you want to scream. It is one of the more annoying delves. It has a really, really weird layout. It's more so the Pure Faction that's going to be annoying, though. The actual delve is actually pretty bearable. Mostly because the Pure Faction is going to be so bad that the first and final battle are actually relatively easy. When you have any option to use. But when you have to do Pure Faction, they're going to be a nightmare. Hello, Mobarashi. Just don't rely on the Panda Girl to do anything. Oh, yeah, she's useless. I might cast her once or twice just to hope for explosion. But aside from that, I'm not really going to be casting her. She'll also have a pretty decent full AoE with how many potion effects we'll have. Like, she'll be hitting over 100. But she has a relatively below average AoE, especially for how random it is, and the fact that it has no follow-up with it. Let's see. Hello, Cookie. You rarely cast her? Yeah, I don't feel like we're gonna need to cast her a single time. She has an AoE that'll probably be around 100 something. She'll jumble the board, which you can do for 7 mana, and she does it for 16. And it's the exact same color trip too. It's a 7 mana cost blue-purple with Impervious. Can do that. And that was considered weak. And now she does it for 16 mana, which is considered ultra weak. That's more than double the weakness, and it doesn't even have as good traits. And or it explodes 7 gems, which was originally going to be 5, but they they buffed it prior to its release. Weird thing to buff randomly. Like, that's the only thing you decided to buff on her. Find kind of strange. Yeah, everything from this kingdom's pretty underwhelming. Honestly, this Chaos Hound's probably the most useful thing from this kingdom. Maybe this Troll into the future if it gets some kind of really weird synergy. But this Hound's not that bad of a skull spam option. The biggest issue, actually, more so than anything, it helps for pure faction, but it doesn't help for its actual usability outside of pure faction. The Hound can summon itself. If it was just 3 different skull spam options, it would actually be pretty good. Like, imagine if its ability was create some skulls or create some doom skulls, or convert something to skulls while doing something else to doom skulls. If that was its ability, it would actually be useful. But instead they gave it a summon, which kind of ruined its synergy outside of factions. I'm still waiting for something to eventually get that capability. A double convert into skulls. Like, convert something to skulls, and then something else to doom skulls. No troop currently has that mechanic. Actually, none of the double convert troops have any mechanic that converts to doom skulls, if I'm not mistaken. Am I forgetting of one? Yes, I am. Glaceon, never mind. Glaceon is, I believe, the only one of the double converters that has a doom skull convert. I don't think there's another one that I'm remembering. There's a bunch of single convert ones, but not a double convert, other than Glaceon. So yeah, something does have it, so it wouldn't be too far out to go do a skull plus doom skull one. It would be really powerful, whatever does end up getting it. I wouldn't even be surprised if a mythic ends up getting it. And they even make it a little bit more of a mana cost, like 20 or 22, compared to all the ones that, you know, are just 18. What do we want here? Let's take this one. Triple yellow. Get our free easy kills, plus it has lower stats anyways from being a tier 2 rather than tier 3. Only 60% stats rather than 70%. Because that's how they work. For any of you that don't know, the way that the amount of stats work for every single battle, and why it seems like some battles have more stats than others, I like the higher difficulty ones, is because the common ones have 50% of the stats of the current level, and then the rares have 60%, and 70%, so on and so forth, with the legend going to 90%, and the mythic battle, which is the final battle that you always do, having 100% of the stats. So right here we're at like 300, 310, and it should have 60% of that levelage, which is apparently level 186. But for the final level, we'll notice that's the full level of whatever the delve we are at. So if we're at 310, the final level will be a bunch of level 310 troops. And that's basically how those work. So if we take up tier 4 over here, it's going to be... oh yeah, I guess we'll take this one. It's actually a treasure room too. So if we end up taking this tier 4, it'll be 70% of the stats would end up applying to it. Or sorry, that's 7%, I mean 80%. Let's see. We'll take that down. Grab our pokety poke. And then we can see on the final battle, it's whatever the delve level is. Because it gets 100% of stats. I'm surprised how long this team can actually hold up for. As far as still being viable. I would have expected it to have failed a lot more against teams that don't use any yellow. Which is for the longest time why I haven't really used it much. But it's surprisingly effective. Against everything, even on yellows. At least with potion effects anyways. Obviously a lot less viable without it. But anyways, and as you can see, everything here will be level 310, because that's the level of the delve, is 310. They get 100% stats for the mythic battles. Let's see. Is this team the fastest you found? Depends on your level range, but yes. Mostly because once you get it going, you just keep spamming it over and over again. And it wouldn't be the case for every delve, but this delve's entirety of the first room is yellow, which it gets double damage on, and the final room has 3 yellow. So this delve has a really high composition of yellow compared to any other delve in the game. Actually, it might have the highest amount of yellow of any delve in the game. It's one of the reasons why this actually works so decently well for it. At least speed-wise. Because we could probably bring this to 500 if we really wanted to. At least to 400 for sure. It also comes down to how many potion effects you may have gotten. If you've gotten less potion effects, it probably wouldn't go as far. Though it can, of course, gain additional stats if you needed to off extra turns. We don't really use that mechanic because obviously that would take more time to do so. But it would help pushing it up to actually allow it to do better damage. And he's dead. Yeah, not even something like Hall of Guardians, which is something that's pretty yellow heavy, isn't even pure yellow because Gargoyle ruins it. Yes, gold teams before you are awake is definitely a bad idea. The amount of times you'll just give the enemy a full board of skulls is very high. It is very, very high. For Ness's third trait, if you get 2 4 matches at the same time, does it count twice? No. The main reason it doesn't is they did a patch about 1.5 years ago. Or actually this year, it might be 2.5 to 3 years ago. But they did a patch roughly 2 years ago where anytime you have an ability that can trigger multiple times, if you do it in the exact same instance, it will only trigger once. There are a few exceptions to this where glitches will occur, that it's not supposed to multi-trigger, but it does. But generally speaking, it is not supposed to multi-trigger anymore whenever you take multiple at once. So if you take 2 extra turns simultaneously, it'll only give you 1 instance of it occurring rather than 2. If we can slow it down real quick, we would probably see that as we do a explosion, or not explosion, but a convert here. So if I slow this down, you will notice we have something like 115 magic. That should go to 127, even if we double do this. Let's see, do we get 2? 127 is what we should be increased to. We didn't even get a single one. Good job. Didn't even land a single extra turn. I was hoping for a double. Let's see. Can we try doing that again? That's only a single instance, so that's not relevant. Well, at least we still hit an extra turn. Okay, let's try that again. Hopefully it'll hit on this board. Oh no, we don't have full mana. Fail. Why you gotta do this to us, game? Does that give us full mana back? Hopefully. Then I can check my stats and do it again. Let's let a poke go down. Oh, I should have probably increased the speed before we do that. Back to 4 times until it's our turn again. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's try this again. Just to show it if we even can. Let's see. We're at 140 on this, and it should go to 152, assuming we double extra turn. Or even if we single extra turn, but just to show it. So we did double extra turn there. And we're at 140. And now it should be 152. You can see there's 3 extra turns. 1 right there, 1 right there, 1 right there. If we cascade 1, it will count, though. Did we cascade 1? Yes. So we did it twice. So that should count as 2. And do we get it again? No. So that should count as 2. So we started at 140. We get 12 per extra turn. So before we even click on our stats, we should have 24 more. So what is that, 164? So our stats, unless it glitch, should be 164 magic. And as you can see, it's 164 magic. Let's see. My voice gets slow when I slow the animation. No, it doesn't. Or shouldn't. It definitely shouldn't. But anyways. There we go. But yeah, as you can see, it triggered twice, even though we triggered 3 on the first one. And the reason why the second one that cascaded triggered is it only counts it per instance. So if it was to cascade another one afterwards, it does count. But if it happens simultaneously, it doesn't count. So if you cascade into it, it will. But if it just happens simultaneously, it won't. So even though we triggered 3 extra turns at once initially, it only counted as once. But then when we cascaded another one, that did count because it was a whole separate instance. But that's basically how that works. And that's been the case for about 2 years now. And any instance that doesn't occur is a glitch. Let's see. That's also how we know the exact amount of stats. That's one nice thing that it did end up doing. One of the main reasons why they made it so it won't multi-trigger is there were quite a few troops that not only were really hard to track, but also they were really overpowered when they got multi-triggers like that. And they ended up making that change, I believe, a little bit after Guild Wars or so, just to make it so it wasn't as broken for Guild Wars, to make it a bit more balanced. It's been like that pretty much since Guild Wars in version 3.0. I believe that's around the time they did it, because that was the main reasons why they did it, was for Guild Wars. Because there's a really unbalanced mechanic when it could multi-trigger. Same question that Valdemar. What's the pure faction team you plan to use? Double of the Dementor. Pretty much the exact same team, but double up the Dementor. So you use double Dementor into the Chaos Hound, into the useless Lyraza. But she's still useful enough that you would kind of have to use her in this team composition. And that's the team I plan on using. So it's basically that team just minus the Craze Troll for a second Dementor. And that is the game plan. You could even run one of each in that exact same order if you wanted to. And if you were to double up on anything, you would double up on Dementor, you would double up on Lyraza. You wouldn't need to double up onto Chaos Hound, even though it's one of the more viable troops, oddly enough. But because he has his summon into himself, you don't really need to double up on it. Because if something was to die, you would get a double of him anyways. Yeah, again, we go throw this down, and it should almost be matched. This one, and then any poke will kill. And might as well just do the same thing again. Oh, the eagle strikes. Yeah, we might have to start changing this team soon. It is starting to get slower. The further we get, the increasingly slower it'll get. I think we'll use it up to about 350, and then probably switch over to Def Team. Or the instant Def Team with Iron Gut Zugov thing. If we can even get mana. Hello, mana. Where are you? So we'll just have to do that then. Gets to win the first battle pretty quick, though. Because once we get it going, it's basically like 4 casts. And instead, with how much damage it gets down. Double Cockatrice, which is normally somewhat annoying, but they're yellow, so they die easy. To this team. Get our mana, and start spamming all of them. And I should be dead. Do you save the treasure room for last, even if it has the highest multiplier? Depends what you're aiming for. If you're aiming for a highest amount of points when you're doing an event like this, you should actually do it first, or, in multiplier order. Mainly because the amount of loot you get doesn't actually matter to your amount of points, only in the multiplier order. So if you're trying for a leaderboard, you pretty much solely rely on multiplier order, because that will overall increase the amount of points that you end up getting. It's similar if you're still trying to get all rewards. If you're trying to do it with the least amount of gems, you would do so by doing it in multiplier order the entire time, as it would probably save you from having to buy a gem pack in doing so. As far as if it is worth taking, I feel like one of the only really high multiplier ones that is worth taking is the 1.4 times one. Most of the other higher ones, like a 1.3, you could probably save for last and it'd probably be fine. But you get so much of a benefit from the 1.4 times that you generally do take it in multiplier order. So if it's the highest one by your first room or second room or something, it is normally worth taking the 1.4 treasure room. But most of the other smaller treasure rooms you tend to save towards last. But it really depends if you want to go all in multiplier order for higher points, or if you just want to take it a little bit earlier to grab it for the treasure. But I don't know. It really just depends on what you're aiming for. As far as overall loot, I believe it is normally higher. If it's the only treasure room in the entire delve, it is higher to save it for last, or it's better to save it for last. However, if there are multiple treasure rooms in the delve, like let's say 3 treasure rooms, or even 2 treasure rooms in one other treasure room, it is actually better to take it first, because the amount of multiplier that you would get from it not only apply to every other room, but it also applies to that other treasure room. So I guess it really just depends on, is there another treasure room? In a delve like this, where it's likely to be the only treasure room in the entire delve, you definitely want to take it in multiplier order, because of there's being no other treasure rooms for you to take. But if there are multiple treasure rooms, you would normally take it earlier, because the amount of benefit that you would get from the multiplier is worth it. So that's the other thing you could base it based off of. There's a lot of small factors. For the most part, it doesn't really matter much, though. In most delves, the amount of difference you get in points is about 10%. Both points and loot-wise is about a 10% difference. But it does add up. Multiplier order is always high to low. And the reason for that is the multipliers are applied for every single room, subsequent room that you do. So taking the higher multipliers first, give that multiplier to every subsequent room that you do for the rest of the delve. If you take it later in the delve, you're going to be wasting a lot of the multiplier, because it only starts applying once you have done the battle. So you always want to take the biggest multipliers first. But the only exceptions being some treasure rooms. Let's see, we'll take that down. And that's the exceptional, particularly relevant if you're doing for highest amount of points, like for a leaderboard or something. Pretty sure not too many people are trying for it. But even if you're just trying for all rewards, it's really applicable in both those 2 instances, just because of the amount of extra points you would gain. And at that point, you sometimes even just ignore if they're treasure rooms or not, and just do it solely in multiplier order. What are some of the strongest classes? Titan hero class, Frost Mage hero class, Thief hero class, the Monk hero class is going to be coming out in a few weeks, mid-March. I think it was March 17th or something. I believe it's 3 Fridays from now. Which would be March 14th, if I'm not mistaken. Because I believe next Friday is a leap year Friday, isn't it? Oh no, that's Saturday, never mind. So the 13th. 13th, I believe the Monk hero class is coming. It's probably going to be the 2nd best hero class in the game. Other than that, Plague Lord's pretty decent. Plus you get a good weapon out of it. Sentinel's okay. You get a really good weapon out of it. It's very situational though. But you use it sometimes instead of Titan. And Sun Spear is pretty good. Sun Spear has a lot of disable. And it has a perpetual red storm. And those are most of the better ones. Almost every hero class does get used situationally, though. Like right now, we're actually using Stormcaller, even though I didn't really mention it in that. And the main thing Stormcaller has going for it's 2 things. One, it has Perpetual Yellow Storm, which is occasionally useful. Obviously, with how much yellow we have on our team, it's useful. But the other thing it sometimes gets used for, oddly enough, is the fact that it counts as Strix. And it counts as Strix right now, so we can synergize it with a Finesse, which has insanely good synergy with Finesse. Of any hero class, has the best synergy with Finesse. Not only does it feed it Yellow Storm, it has it gains those extra stats. So whenever we take an extra turn, the hero too gains those stats because it counts as a Strix off of its typing. I should take another extra turn. Whoops. That's extra damage as well. That would have helped speed us up. But oh well, should be fine. Almost should be, for these battles that are taking multiple casts like this, I probably should be aiming for a few extra turns. Just to speed along our damage a little bit. Because it definitely increases our damage quite substantially by doing that. If we could get a few of them in. Yeah, throw that down, get our pokes. Throw the other one down, get our pokes. And he'll die to probably one more caster. Nope, a little bit short. And it was hit it with the other one, which dies to Death Mark. Of course you would die to Death Mark. Like we already finished out the delve. Haven't seen that happen on first battle yet. But we have gotten Death Mark several times on the final battle. That's the first time I think we actually died to it, though. Doesn't really matter for Deathless, because we'll just get Deathless on one of the other ones. What about using this team with a yellow weapon? Yes, you can use this with a yellow weapon. You can use pretty much any weapon you want, actually, in this team. I just happen to be using the Nimbus Bow, just because it synergizes with the fact that we have a pure Strix team. However, you can use a yellow Doom weapon, too. Anything that's 18 mana cost or less is what you would want to use. And the main reason for that is because we keep gaining 6 mana at a time. So you'd kind of want something divisible by 6. However, given that you get to start with Enchant, I guess that wouldn't matter as much. But, so you could use, like, Dawnbringer, I guess, if you really wanted to. But the most ideal weapon would probably be, if you're not using this, is probably one of the 6 Doom weapons. It doesn't even matter what color it is, because you'll be feeding 6 mana to it every single time. Doesn't even have to be the yellow one. No, you don't need Nimbus Bow. You can use anything there, weapon-wise. I just happen to be using Nimbus Bow. Let's see. Most battles we won't even cast it. That one we did. But the majority of the time we won't need it. If you're going the Doom weapon route, all you'd really have to do is just scout out for whenever you have alignment on the color that it synergizes to. Cast it when it does, otherwise just keep casting these things. It will end up working out pretty well. Let's see. I hate both of these, but I'm going to go for this one. I could technically check the tier 5s, but there's a good chance the tier 5s will be harder than the tier 4s. Not just because we already know they're going to have higher stats, but just because there's some more annoying compositions on tier 5s compared to 4. Well, I'll take this one. Only one yellow, but we stack a few turns. It's not going to matter too much. Keep getting our damage up. Got one of them down. Not sure why I'm aiming at Apothecary. That's actually the least threatening thing on that team. And it should be match. And dead from all the extra turns. Got pretty high stats that time, 175. But we are gaining a lot per extra turn. We're gaining 12 doll stats per extra turn. 4 per each of them, and they do stack. Actually, almost all traits in this game tend to stack to some capacity, which is pretty nice. There are a few that don't. Like, for example, Mana Start is probably one of the bigger ones. No amount of Mana Start traits in combination stack. And some things stack diminishingly. For example, Jinx. 2 of them does not make their mastery go to 0. It just halves it twice. So it just halves the halve, rather than bringing it down to 0. After Magic Kingdoms are level 10, what kingdom should you go for? Pretty much whatever one you want to have the delves for, if you're talking about doing level 15 for the kingdoms. But you pretty much do it based on whichever one you want the bonus for, either the faction bonus or the team bonus. Very few of them are so good that you would go for the team bonus. One of them, Stormheim, though it also has a faction bonus attached to it. But in the current state of the game, you basically just save it for faction bonus. But there are a few instances out there that get team bonuses. A couple of those that are somewhat okay for team bonus are Merlantis, Stormheim, which are both blue. I guess Suncrest isn't too bad for it, or some synergy that you would occasionally use in it. And where other kingdoms tend to use a lot of the same troop, or a lot of the same kingdom troops. Oh, and Zhejian. Zhejian's actually one I didn't bother going on my way to level yet. But yeah, Zhejian would gain a pretty big benefit from it as well. Basically, anywheres that would get a good team bonus from it. Because one thing that you do get once you get it kingdom to level 13 is you get a bigger team bonus for the kingdom. And this applies whenever you use 2 or more from the kingdom. And there are many instances where you might end up using 2 from a kingdom. Maybe not 3 or 4, but definitely at least 2. And that little bit extra stats could be beneficial. Obviously, it only applies whenever you specifically use that team, so it's not that often that you would end up getting the stats. But it definitely adds up, every little bit of extra stats you can get in something like a Guild War battle. What do we have here? I've really been avoiding that baby dragon one. I probably should take it, but I'm just going to go for this one. Recommendation for Nimbus Bow alternative. Any of the 6 Doom weapons that convert into Doom Skulls. If you have any of the 6, doesn't even matter which one. Just use one. So hopefully you have one of them. And it doesn't even have to be the yellow one because you gain 6 mana at a time. So regardless of their color, you'll gain full mana after casting 6 times. Or sorry, 3 times. And even if you don't have something like that, you can literally just use a mana accumulation method or something like that. Like maybe like a Essence of Evil or something. It would work perfectly fine. And then you not only use that for mana accumulation, but you can use it to disable things that might be annoying on the opposing team. I might even just show it with Essence of Evil just so it's better to copy-paste when I mention it for the video. Just because a lot of people will not have Nimbus Bow. Let's see, we'll take that. Whereas Essence of Evil you can earn at any point for free. You just have to go unlock Plague Lord Hero class from Darkstone, and they get 250 wins on it. Which the whole process can take about 2 to 6 hours, depending on how quickly you win. Likely closer to 4. Let's see, we'll take that down. Get another poke on that, and then he'll be dead. Yep, and you're not dead. And now you're dead. Underestimated how much damage I had. Which will happen because every single delve we have or every single battle we have a different amount of extra turns that we end up hitting. Oh yeah, team link available. I can go copy that real quick. Yeah, I really need to go cover that video. I meant to yesterday morning, and then I woke up late. And then I meant to this morning, and then I woke up late. Not so late that the stream got delayed, but late enough that I didn't have time to record it. But after this stream, we'll likely be recording it. And at that point, we would have tested every single team by then, since we would have finished out the entirety of the faction, including Pure Faction. So at least at that point, we would have thoroughly tested everything. Except for the Skull Spam team. I still want to mention it, though, just because, I don't know, it's always fun just to mention Skull Spam option. It's kind of one of those mid-range teams that aren't as hard to build. But then again, the team we're using right now is ridiculously easy to build, surprisingly enough. The hardest thing is getting this thing fully traded, and it's not even necessarily a necessity, though it is advised. Also, so many yellow battles. There's actually quite a few of them on tier 2, oddly enough. Like the Triple Pirate, this one, a few others. Forget the full list, but there are several of them on tier 2 that actually have 3 yellow, which is pretty convenient. Here's a double yellow. Yeah, this was something we were talking about last night. It's so weird that there are other faction troops and other factions. This uses 2 troops from the faction of Dark Pits. Or not Dark Pits. What is it called? Yeah, Dark Pits. Never mind, I was right the first time. But yeah, that's kind of weird that faction troops would be in another faction. Like, I knew that was a thing, but I didn't really think about it much until last night. Like, that was obviously a thing. But it's kind of weird that faction troops would be in another faction. Like, the whole point of factions is that they're in that faction. It's kind of weird that they show up in pretty much any kingdom they want, or, you know, any faction they want, since they're just in these random rooms. I forgot how many instances there is of this. Obviously, there's those 2. Pretty sure there's a few others. What class weapons are worth getting, other than Essence of Evil? The main few I would say are worth getting are Essence of Evil, or probably in order of Essence of Evil, Urskia Shield, and Urskia Shield's from Sentinel Hero class. Essence of Evil is from Plague Lord, from Darkstone. Urskia Shield is Sentinel from Urskia. Then you'd probably go into Skeleton Key from Thief, from Zejin. And maybe go for Mirror of Good or Mirror of Reflection from Archmagus, which is from... well, actually, where is that from? Now I completely forget. I believe that's from Silverglade? Pretty sure Archmagus is from Silverglade. Let's see. Yeah, Silverglade. But there aren't too many good weapons that I would really go out of your way for. Essence of Evil and Skeleton Key and Urskia Shield are probably the main three. This mirror isn't as good as Essence of Evil, but it's used occasionally. Other than that, nothing has an exceptionally noteworthy weapon. Like, there's a few good utility weapons to have. Like, Frost Mages has a full AoE that isn't that bad, as far as it basically being like almost a mini Dawnbringer without the barrier. Is basically what that is, kind of. Though barrier is like the biggest thing that actually makes it viable. But it's similar to it. But there aren't too many good weapons out there that I'd really bother going out of your way for. It's mostly Essence of Evil first, then probably your Urskia Shield, so you can start using that with Rowan, and then Skeleton Key. And Skeleton Key is mostly used with gold teams with Cedrics, and you don't own Cedrics until a little bit later. So Skeleton Key could technically be used without Cedric, however, its biggest synergy is once you have Cedrics off of Vault Keys. I think it took me about a month to get one off my Nintendo Switch account, but it can take longer depending on how unlucky you get off of Vault Keys. Especially if you're not getting that many Vault Keys, if you're not grinding like the Vault event when it pops around every month. Yeah, Skeleton Key is pretty decent priority. I would say it's about third craft, or not third craft, but you know, third weapon that you'd really go for. Mostly because the things that you would have that you would need to synergize with it, you wouldn't have as a newer player. Possibly not even in mid-range if you get unlucky with drops. But I'm surprised. This actually is still maintaining a pretty decent speed. I was expecting it to slow down more than it is. It's obviously slowing down. But almost every team would from having to deal with higher stats. But it's not slowing down much. Especially since as we start slowing down some, we can actually take just more extra turns to bypass the fact we're slowing down. Which is kind of interesting with the team. So hopefully we get some Valraven soon. Probably going to have to buy another pack since we wasted so many battles yesterday. Hopefully we won't though, because I think at this point we might have enough stats. We're bought 6 packs and we have level 200 Delve. So with that, I feel like we could almost get it done on first try. And we end up going for it. We'll find out. Funny you mention it. You're currently to get a Cedric from your key team without being at a Vault event yet. Where's a good Cedric replacement in the meantime? There isn't really one for the most part. You could use another gold gaining troop and kind of do it down that route. But the biggest issue is every single thing that isn't Cedric only has a 25% gold bonus. And 25% gold bonus is such a low bonus that it doesn't really do much for you. At that point, you might as well just use another mana accumulator, or even just double up on Leprechaun. Rather than doing something like a Greed that you would normally do with that team, you could just double up on Leprechaun and do it that way, because you would have the whole slot freed up. Okay, let's kill this Valraven immediately. And there we go. One more Valraven to go to our collection. Hopefully we'll find at least one more. Though it's pretty unlikely just because we're doing skip method. The Delve does have a 4-room setup rather than a 3-room setup, so we would cycle to it a little bit quicker. But hopefully we do, because we'll actually have exactly enough battles, won't we? Let's see. Yeah, because 390, and then the other 10, and then Pure Faction. So yeah, we'd actually have exactly enough if we find another Valraven to do it today. Let's see. I'll take this one. Oh wait, why did I take this one? Could we have done the... No, never mind. We couldn't have done the final room yet. Never mind. Because we have to take one of the final 4 in order to be able to access the final room. Such a weird layout. This is probably the weirdest delve in the entire game. Not the hardest, but the weirdest. Keep clicking before the turn is even ended. I did turn it back to 4 times speed, right? This should be 4 times speed. Why does it seem slightly slower? Because it almost seems like there's more delay every single time we do our thing. It's just me imagining things, apparently. Apparently. What's the banner and class for this team? Banner is anything with +2 yellow. And the class is the most important part, which we're using Stormcaller for. The reason for this is you need a Perpetual Storm, and there's only 2 hero classes that do that. Sun Spear and Stormcaller. And one of the main reasons we're using Stormcaller is because it also counts as Strix. And whenever we take an extra turn, we gain 12 to all stats to our hero. And we could use that with any weapon we want in the entire game. As well as the fact that we just gain that stats to everything else as well. But of course, magic being the most relevant thing that it ends up gaining, since it's in last slot. I should have probably just taken a yellow there, just to not risk it. Luckily we got the Cascade. Let's let him have that yellow and just keep spamming him down. Which maybe I should have gone for the extra turn. Just because, even though it's quicker for the AI to take it, we do gain additional damage from taking it. Oh, did he just mana drain me? Apparently. Otherwise I would have had enough mana to keep cycling. Let's kill that out so it doesn't get another random mana drain on us. And now we just keep poking till it's dead. And of course the final one lives last just because it is not a yellow. So it doesn't take as much damage, so it's always going to be the one that lives last. Then dies. Claim all that. And to 400 we go. Actually 390, then 400. That looks like Candy Crush. Gems of War is the same genre as Candy Crush, but it has more RPG aspects. But yes, they are the same genre of game. Though gameplay is quite a bit different. But I never actually played Candy Crush. Same genre, different kind of style though. Let's see. We'll go for this one. This is the rowing. Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. I didn't actually copy that team. Someone was asking for it earlier. Let me go get that to you. 1 second. I don't have it on copy paste right now, so I need to wait till this battle's over. Okay, someone was asking for the copy paste for this team. I'll go paste it with like Essence of Evil or something. I'm probably just going to mention it that way for the video just because it's easier to copy paste. If you don't have Nimbus Bow, you have to change it to a different weapon to copy paste it properly. And dead. There we go. Okay, let me go get a paste for this team. 1 second. Oh, it's the easiest way of doing this. Do I already have a save somewhere? So if not, I need to. That's fine. We'll show that one. That's fine. We'll show that one because I did want to show at least one other thing. That's Pure Faction, except I'm probably going to do it with double Dementor. This was... oh yeah, here's the one I wanted to do. Hey, we still have Doomed Axe there. That's funny. Doomed Axe obviously is one that we could go down that route for. But let's get another Finesse, and let's just go down the what's it called? Essence of Evil. Did I type it wrong? Oh, no, wrong category. Get an Essence of Evil in there. And then we'll probably go a +2 yellow to +1 green. Does that exist? It sounds like it exists with a minus blue. But yeah, +2 yellow, +1 green. For banner. Yes, there it is. That's what I thought. Okay. Hey, it's actually the that's kind of funny. That's the weapon for Suncrest, and Suncrest is where all the Strixes are. That is kind of funny. So it ends up working out that way, conveniently. But yeah, there we go. And we just run with triple finesse into the Essence of Evil. So let me go get the copy paste for this. This is probably the one I'll mention for the video too. It's because it's easier to build. Where's my YouTube channel? Let's just type in gems. It does actually, does typing in just gems bring it up? Yes, it does. Gems of War has enough priority that you type in the word gems on YouTube, and our stream is the first actual video that comes up that isn't an ad. That's kind of funny. Although I am logged in, so I might be biased towards that. Also, who left the 1 dislike? Explain yourself. No, just kidding. All good. But here you guys go. What should I name this? Let's just name it finesse. How do you spell finesse? Is that how you spell finesse? Apparently that's wrong. How do you spell finesse? Autocorrect. Finesse. There we go. 2 dislikes. We are multiplying. Dislikes are better than doing nothing, so thank you. Your hate is appreciated. But anyways, that's the team. If anyone else has any other questions, let me know. Let's go back. Yeah, that's what you can do. It's also cheaper doing it with Essence of Evil. And it gives you a way to get it even if you don't have access to other weapons. Let's see. We'll grab a 3 dislikes. I think people are just like hitting the dislike button just to hit it now. We'll go and we'll just poke with this. All good though. If anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, just let me know. And we'll make sure to do so. Take the other one. Get our other pokety poke. Let's see. What do we even need here? Take it over there. Get one of the bows down. I was hoping we'd hit some extra turn. This way we gain extra stats. Apparently not. It's one of the whole reasons why we're even using that is to try to attempt extra turns. If it's just going to miss like that, that's not that helpful. And one more poke will do it. From before, Monk brings what to the table that Titan does not. A couple things. It has the most amount of immunities in the entire game, including immunes to mana drain, mana burn, which are things that Titan does not have. Other than that, it also has cleanse on extra turn, which is something else Titan does not have, so it can constantly keep cleansing every single time you just take any extra turn, which combined with the fact that it already has a really high amount of immunities is a really good combination. And other than that, the main thing that makes it pretty relevant, standout compared to that of Titan, is it gains 3 mana every single time you take an extra turn. So it doesn't matter what color you take the extra turn off of. Every extra turn you do off the board will end up netting you 3 mana towards your ability. And while it doesn't have a naturally occurring half mana start, the fact that it keeps gaining so much mana from extra turns will make it better for longer battles. So Titan is probably going to be the more of the rush variant for where you use it for quicker battles that are going to be like under a minute or so. However, for battles that might go longer, for example, Guild Wars, Monk will probably end up being the better option. So there's a good chance Monk will actually become pretty popular for Guild War instances. Because any battle that tends to be going on for a longer duration of time, Monk will likely be better than Titan in many situations where battles go longer. Well, for quicker battles, Titan will still be better because it has Enrage, and it has half mana start naturally. 2 things that the Monk hero class will not have. But Monk is a lot better at not dying. And for longer battles. Oh, sorry, Osman. I don't mean to be ignoring you. I'm sorry. What did you say? Let's see. Where are you, Osman? What did he say? Please leave a comment again, Osman. I cannot see you. Buried in all the other chats. Someone was mentioning the teams. The Rowain team, which is actually pretty good. That Impotence that just ended up mentioning. The Rowain into Urskia Shield is a great option if you're looking for an Explore 12 team. Osman, I did not see what you last said. Oh, there it is. For the Vault Key event, do you recommend using Explore 3 or lower to get through faster? Well, you do the lowest, or you do the highest Explore that you can instantly kill. So if you can't instantly kill Explore 3, you shouldn't even be doing Explore 3. The only reason I do it is because we can still instantly kill it. But you should always just be doing, whenever you're doing a low-level Explore, you should do the highest level that you can instantly kill. And for most people, that's probably Explore 2, for the most part. Because you'd get past Explore 1 pretty early in the game. but you wouldn't have enough damage for a while to do Explore 3. You happen to do Pure Faction with 200 Horde with a 50% bonus 4 times in Tier 7 on your second try earlier today. Nice. Yeah, I didn't do it with 50% extra stats. We will not have 50% extra stats to our thing. However, we're currently at 6 times on the Tier 4. I might end up doing it one more time, but I think we probably have enough stats at this point to probably be able to get it done. If I was to get another pack, it would probably almost more so just be for the sigils rather than to actually need the stats. But of course, the extra little bit of stats might help us get it the first try rather than second try. A little bit expensive doing it though because it costs so much each time, but we'll consider it. Since I wasted 5 of them yesterday. Let's see. What is your Horde level for this faction? I currently have it at 200. Without the 50% though. I have it at 200 when we bought in 6 packs for stats. Though we might get a 7th if we need the sigils. If we find one more Valraven, we won't need it if we get it first try. I'm just not sure if we're going to find another Valraven or not. And I'm probably just not going to do all the other battles just to save the gems. I guess we theoretically could. Not sure if I'm going to go down that route though. What do we grab here? Oh, so that reminds me, I still never mentioned that to them. The bug thing that happened yesterday. Also because I honestly don't really care too much if I do get these sigils back. But I do want them to know about the bug, obviously. Is this Candy Crush? No, this is not Candy Crush. Same genre, different game. It's a match 3 RPG. It's a lot more similar to Puzzles and Dragons than Candy Crush. Though the board is a lot different. What do we need here? Take that one. Oh, so hello there, Tara. Welcome. Also, sorry if I've been missing some hellos. Let's see. Some names I can't mention as well. Also, hello, the good animator. But the ones in different languages, I have no clue how to read. And hello, Austin. And hello, Catherine, if I didn't already say hi. Try to see if I missed any other questions as well. Funny you mention it. You're currently to get a Cedric from your Skeleton Key team without being able to do a Vault event yet. What's a good Cedric replacement? Oh, wait, never mind. I already answered that one. But as far as Cedric replacements, he doesn't actually have one, unfortunately. The highest gold start that you can get without him is only 25%, which isn't really worth using compared to 100%. That's kind of the whole dilemma that Necromancy troops kind of have compared to Ferris Ra. Except it's even more of a variant. Because at least with Necromancy, Necromancy is 1/3 of Ferris Ra. However, all the gold troops that only give 25% bonus are only 1/4 of a Cedric. It's one of the reasons why Cedric is actually so popular as well. It gains more of a percent difference compared to the normal standard ones by 4 times rather than 3 times compared to that of Ferris Ra. Ferris Ra is still very useful, of course, though. But Cedric technically gains better value as far as how much it multiplies the normal amount of bonus that you would get if you just use a traditional troop compared to the better variant. Let's see. Let's take that one over. And then we can go get all of our pokes in. And if anyone still has any other questions, do let me know. Make sure to get around to them. Also, it looks like we'll probably reach Pure Faction pretty soon, too. I mean, yeah. But I'm not sure how long that's actually going to take. Some people have mentioned first attempt, some a few attempts. So hopefully we can get a first attempt. If we got one more Valraven, we'll actually have exact enough sigils for it today. We'll buy 1 pack and do it this stream regardless, if we need to. We got enough spare gems. We're still above 20,000 right now, too, which is pretty nice. Is there any point in trying to farm arcane trait stones and explore if you only instant kill difficulty 1? Even on difficulty 1, it would be fine to farm arcanes. You still get a guarantee arcane every single time you get through to the mythic battle. Not the legendary one, but the mythic one, which takes you about 30 cycles with how many shards you would end up getting. So you'd get a guarantee arcane probably about once an hour or so on a difficulty that low. However, you still have drop rate for arcanes in low-level Explore. It's a bit lower overall than what you'd be getting at the higher levels, but you'd still be netting a few per hour. You just have to get all of them off a random drop rate. But you would definitely be getting some amount of them. It's just you wouldn't be getting as many guaranteed ones compared to higher difficulties. But no, you'd still be gaining arcanes, just not at as high of a rate. Every single difficulty level has arcane on it. Oh no, I want to avoid Lamias. Lamias are so annoying with how they distribute their damage because of the charm, which ends up making you do your attack damage to yourself. Okay, let's take the yellow for now, and then we should be good to go already. Only one yellow on this team, unfortunately, for us to do double damage on. It's a pretty useful one because you're going to kill one of his allies. There we go. It works. That is always so easy. I love when we end up seeing him. The only annoying thing about this battle though is the gluttony. 20% chance to devour, which means he has a 100% chance to devour. Let's see. We'll grab another poke there. Probably throw a Nimbus Bow to kill it out. That is unfortunately not enough damage. Luckily that weapon has silence on cast, which was the main reason for using it. Don't want him getting his ability down. Sure, probably just done that in the first place, honestly. Just to not risk getting devoured. Are you going to do Pure Faction to stealth? Yes, we're doing Pure Faction in probably about half an hour from now, or an hour, however long it takes us to get to that point. We're at, what, 410 right now? And also, we'll be handing out redeem code as soon as we get +1 permanent magic, which I believe we get prior to the Pure Faction if I did the math right. We should be getting in actually a few devil battles, if I'm not mistaken. I think by like 470, I think we have +1 magic permanently. And it should happen automatically. We shouldn't have to go into any menu to activate it. Like normally whenever you gain like a star level on a kingdom, you actually have to click on the star in order for it to activate. But something like Renown, I believe, automatically applies. So the second we claim the Renown, that makes us go over. It'll automatically give us the extra stats. I should have went for Nimbus Bow there, but oh well. Mostly because we have extra turn chance. Not like it's going to matter much. We're not going to lose to it. And down it goes. Claim all that loot. At this point, I might as well just go all the way with this team. We know that Iron Gut works. Try something different for once. Especially since very few instances would this actually work, just because of how much yellow this place has. Let me see. What's our Renown currently at? We should be really, really close. We're at, yeah, we are very, very close. We got 30 per delve, so that means in, how many delves is that? 4. That should be exact enough. So after we complete out 4 more delves, we will have our permanent +1 magic off of that. And then we'll hand out a redeem code then. Let's see. Actually, do we hand out a redeem code then? Because I said I was actually going to hand out a big redeem code. Oh no. What do you guys want? Do you want a small redeem code when we hit +1 magic? Or a big redeem code once we finish up Pure Faction? We'll do one or the other. I just don't have enough codes to do both. Because Salty never gave me more. Until probably Monday, because I don't think she's in the office now. Let's see. And Pure Faction won't be too much longer compared to the +1 magic. A big redeem code. Okay, yeah, we'll still keep it for Pure Faction, because that's what I initially said. Anyways. We'll just celebrate the +1 magic by having +1 magic. This isn't too special. We already gained one other +1 magic this week anyways off of Zulkiri. Not to mention, there's a possibility we still gain another +1 magic off of Adventure Board. If we get the second, we get another Purple Deed. And if we don't get any Purple Deeds between now and Monday, we'll get it on Monday with enough, crafting them. Because as soon as my guild ends up completing out the green task and the purple task for epic tasks, I should have exactly enough to end up getting a second one upgraded, as well as everyone if you completed out every epic task since they've been released, as well as getting every purple deed since they've been released. But hopefully we'll just randomly get a purple one tomorrow, which will make it more convenient. Otherwise we'll get it on Monday, which means I lied on the Monday video, this most recent Monday. Well, I said it was a possibility. I didn't say it was guarantee, but I said we could potentially get +3 magic this week. But we unfortunately doesn't seem like we will. Unless we get it tomorrow, it will not be this week. Because the only way we could possibly get it this week is if tomorrow has a purple deed task on it. Even if it's only an epic one, it would still be enough. Oh, we're just rolling in all the +1 magic. +1 magic is such a devastating extra stat to have. It's definitely the strongest +1 stat in the game, by far. And it's even scaled that way in almost every single instance in the game. Pretty much any instance where you could give +1 to a stat, and it gives you the option of doing +1, relative to any other stat, magic is always the best option. While every single troop doesn't use magic in the game, generally speaking, magic does end up gaining the biggest benefit of gaining a +1 compared to a +1 in any other stat. Just because it's always your lowest stat, and quite a few troops boost ratio it very, very well. Oh yeah, you do get extra magic from Kingdom Stars. You get all extra stats from Kingdom Stars. Whatever the Kingdom's normal base stat is for getting it to level 10, you gain an additional stat for the Kingdom at 5 stars, and you gain another one at 10 stars. Technically, you would also gain another one at 20 stars. However, 0 20-star Kingdoms currently exist. However, that is something that will likely occur later this year for people who are in like the later part of the late game. I mean, end game, I mean. Because you need to be almost like full-blown completionist to get a 20-star Kingdom the second they get released. Because it's going to require essentially the entire Kingdom to be maxed. Plus, you need to have level 100 for the hero class. Plus, you'd essentially need to own every single thing in the Kingdom maxed. Which means if the Kingdom has 2 mythics, you would need to own both of them. Among a few other requirements along the way. Like having 2 pets at level 20 from the Kingdom. Which means in many instances that you have to have the 2,500 pure faction completed for the Kingdom as well. Which means some of them will also be locked behind the fact that they can't even do that. Because some places do not have 2 pets that can be level 20'd. Until they get the faction. That or it's like an old event pet for one of them. Which most people wouldn't be able to upgrade. And pretty much no one would have really upgraded. Pets are extremely overly expensive to upgrade with gems. It costs around 2,000 to 3,000 gems. Likely, on average, about 2,500 gems in order to max out a pet. If you wanted to do it all the way from 0 copies. Which is way too expensive. If it was closer to about 1,000, more people would probably do it. But given that it costs more than double that, pretty much no one ever does it. Even people who have a ridiculous excess of gems don't tend to do it. Just because it's a complete waste. Some completionists out there probably do. Just because they want to have like the most amount of maxed pets as possible. That a good majority of people don't. Especially since a good majority of the ones that you would actually need to go out of your way to spend gems on. Or actually all of them are cosmetic. So you don't even really gain a direct benefit from it. Other than for completionist's sake. Though most people don't really consider maxing out every cosmetic pet for completion. Maxing out the non-cosmetic ones, possibly. But as far as cosmetic ones, they don't actually help you with anything. In any way, shape, or form. Like most other things that are required for completion will actually help you throughout the game. Whereas cosmetic pets don't really do so. I guess you could earn a little bit of gems and orbs from it. But they gain no other direct benefit. Other than that. So where's our one Valraven? We still didn't get it yet. We'll take this one. Any idea when they'll release more Drock Zoom troops? There's only 17 right now. Not sure. Drock Zoom and Cinder Mirage have the least amount of troops of any kingdom. The main reason for this is they were the most 2 recently added kingdoms to the game. Drock Zoom was second to last. And Cinder Mirage was last, and that's the main reason why they seem so so low on troops. Is back in the day we used to gain a new kingdom every few months, and that's stopped for almost 2 years now because factions are basically the new kingdoms. But and we're probably going to be getting another format after factions for 5.0 later this year. But we used to get a new kingdom every few months, which doesn't occur anymore at all. But when that used to happen, obviously the events were staggered a bit. And the ones that were later down, because every single new kingdom would only come in initially with about 8 troops, it made it so Cinder Mirage and Zoom have a ridiculously underwhelming amount of troop numbers, and that's mostly because they are just the most recently ones added to the game. Zoom was about 2 years ago or so, a little bit under 2 years ago, and Cinder Mirage was about 1.5 years ago. August 2 years ago was what it was. Let's see, we'll take that down. Grab the hit. Take our little poke. You need a gold team for the new Delve. Or a good team for the new Delve. You can just spam Finesse, and it ends up working out pretty well. We've been doing that strategy this entire time, or not the entire time, but for most of the later portion. And it's been working out very, very well. Surprisingly well. And the main reason is because the kingdom is, or the faction is so heavy on yellow. The first and final battle are pretty much pure yellow. The first battle is literally pure yellow. The last battle is triple yellow. And if you have it fully traded, it gains the stats needed to actually keep going as well. It's definitely worth a shot. Actually, I believe I still have it on copy-paste. I mentioned it a little bit earlier in chat, which I might as well just grab it from there. Where'd it go? I mentioned it a while back, gosh. It's buried underneath all the other things. But here you go. Here's the team that we mentioned a little bit earlier. There you go. But that's the team we're currently using. That one's with Essence of Evil. It's just a cheaper option if you don't have Nimbus Bow, which most people don't have, just because it's an old event weapon. Yep, no problem. Oh, so where's our one Valraven? We need it. Okay, what do we even grab here? Let's take it out for now. Where's our last little bit of yellow? Come on, yellow. There we go. Kill out all the yellow troops now, which is literally all of them. It won't let you copy. Double check if there's an extra space in there. Also, do you have 3 finesse? Because it might be showing that you only have like 1 or 2 finesse. You would actually have to have 3 copies of it to use 3 of it into a team. Which if you don't have that many copies, you can get them off of Seal Keys pretty quickly. Because there's a 50% chance you get a Guardian drop, and there's 12 Guardians in the game. And if you have any of those 12 maxed, you don't get them as drops anymore. Three in what weapon? 3 in Essence of Evil. And Essence of Evil is from 250 wins off of Plague Lord hero class. However, you can do pretty much any weapon in the entire game that's 18 mana cost or less. So if you have any of the good Doom Skull converting weapons, that would also work perfectly fine in the last slot. Doesn't even matter which color it is. Because as long as there's a Storm in play, you gain 6 mana to all allies per cast. It is also advised doing this with Strix hero class. Or not Strix hero class. The Suncrest hero class of... gosh, why do I keep forgetting his name? Stormcaller. Stormcaller hero class. And the main reason for this is for Perpetual Yellow Storm. It also counts as Strix, so you get bonus off of your... off this final trait if you have it fully traded. Yeah, I keep forgetting Stormcaller's name. Oh, why did I not go for that other extra turn? Mistakes were made. Should probably be aiming for his first slot first. But at this point, probably doesn't matter. 2 HP, what are you doing? I got 1 down. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go for this. Let them both be next to each other. And then poke them both side by side. Hey, I keep forgetting. We could just silence it off a weapon. I know that's an aspect. I just keep forgetting to use it on most battles. This is the thing that Nimbus Bow does off of its 4 random effects. I forgot what the other 3 is, but I do remember that silence is 1. Or normally I remember. We did on the Gluttony battle, I remembered. Let's see. I'll take that one down. What medals am I currently using? 20% mana start into 8 magic. And this is mostly because we don't have any mana start naturally with the team. And the 8 magic is just because we're almost only exclusively casting. We're not really taking skulls or anything else. If you really want to, you could run HP. However, assuming you have this fully traded, if you needed more durability, you could just take more extra turns. However, HP is worth considering just because if you needed it, it's slower, but it does have Stone Skin to synergize with it. So it does get to be quite a bit tankier with it. However, if you have it fully traded, a single extra turn will pretty much give you all that benefit anyways. As far as how much durability you gain. Because you would gain 12 HP and 12 armor, which is higher than 16 HP, durability-wise. Whereas any bit of extra magic is useful in any situation. Just because it helps win the battle quicker. Yeah, Stormcrawler's from Suncrest, if you don't already have it. And you don't even necessarily need to have it leveled. You just need it fully traded. And it does have to be fully traded, though. Because one of the whole premises of why this team even works is you need to have a Storm in play. So that basically means you have to use Sunspear or you have to use Stormcaller. Because they are the only two hero classes in the game that have Perpetual Storm. Obviously, the more optimal one would be Stormcaller, just because it's Yellow Storm and because it has synergy with Strix. But you could do Sunspear too if you don't have Stormcaller traded yet. Let's see. Is there a pet you can use to increase Hiking Iron Guts attack or the bonuses just for the hero? No. It would have to be based on certain team synergies. And I don't think either of them could be really used for much synergy. The other one could be used for Goblin. So I guess if you set your hero class to Thief while using Hiking Iron Gut, I think you might gain some small amount of attack. Though it's going to be really minuscule, like 1 or 2 attack or something, like a few attack. It'd be very small if you even gain any at all. I know that typing used to give attack. I'm not sure if it still does at only 2 troops. At one point it was almost pure attack, but they changed it like 3 months ago. I mean 3 years ago, I mean. Quite a while ago. But I don't think you would actually gain attack from that. Easiest way to check. Where's a Hiking Iron Gut team? I need to go make one anyways. What should I go over right? What do we not need? I kind of need every single team I have here. Fail. Oh no, I don't need class event. We already did the class event. This isn't anything relevant for now. We already did that on Thursday. But let me go replace our class event. So for this, we'll go just put in an Iron Gut into hero class using the thing and see if we actually do gain a benefit from this. And if we do, you would actually be able to gain more of a benefit with a pet then. I'm not even sure if Zacian has a pet. I don't think it does. What am I looking for? I'm looking for Thief. Where on earth is Thief? Okay, now we need to put Thief in here. Doesn't matter the weapon here. Have a weapon. What bonus do we gain? So yeah, neither of them have a pet. And nor is the bonus even attack. So never mind, yeah. You don't gain attack from it. It's just HP. You do once you get it to a higher amount. But at only 2 copies, you do not gain any attack towards Iron Gut. And it's not really going to be worth putting a 3rd Goblin into your team at that point. No Hiking Iron Gut team really runs with a 3rd Goblin. I guess you could maybe use that one green-purple that has the green storm at start, that has the silence with the little bit of explosion. But it doesn't have as big of a synergy compared to other things with a Hiking Iron Gut. At that point, you might as well just use an attack buffing troop. But some of the easier ways to fill up Hiking Iron Gut are things like Stargazer, things like Earth's Fury if you happen to have the weapon. That and just cycling mana so quickly that you try getting a Devour. And then once he gets his first Devour, you pretty much have 100 attack. Especially if you're doing it in a Delve context. As you can see, if we get a Devour here, we will have way more than 100 attack. But of course, Potion Effects can also do it in a game mode like this. Which is one of the reasons why Hiking Iron Gut is also used so much more in Delves. Because it actually is possible to have 100 attack start in Delves. Whereas most other locations in the game, it is not possible to have a 100 attack start. And of course, at 100 attack, he gains 100% chance to Devour, assuming they don't have immune to Devour. Let's see. We'll take that, take that, take that. Get our pokes. Throw the other one down. Hopefully he doesn't revive. We don't have a stun on him. Luckily he doesn't off his 25%. And there we go. Let's see. If you have no mythics, which should you target first, Hiking, Iron Gut, and Ferris Ra, or are the better choices. I would say in the current state of the game, some of the best few to craft first are, yes, Hiking, Iron Gut, Ferris Ra, and oddly enough, even these days, I would consider Wild Queen. It is a really viable Guild War option, but it really depends on what game mode you want to focus. Ferris Ra focuses on farming souls, so if you want to get Dawnbringer or just more souls in general, and you're willing to do soul farming, that would end up helping in that regard. Hiking Iron Gut you end up getting if you need a better delve option. While there are things that you can use for cheaper delves, like running Mang for delves, it is a decent option to get if you want to have a better mythic that can actually go and do delves, since it is one of the better mythics, if not the best mythic in the entire game for doing delves. Then there's something like Wild Queen. Wild Queen has one of the bigger benefits for doing something like Guild Wars, just because of how viable her ability is for scoring within Guild Wars, as well as just winning quickly. And those are probably the first few main ones, I would say, in the current state of the game. And Furnace are still pretty decent to pick up, too, as an earlier troop, mostly because 4 times burn is a lot of damage earlier on in the game and into mid-game. It's basically a 12 free damage per turn if they don't have immune to burn on anything, which obviously adds up quite a bit over time. But it really depends on what you're trying to do better. If you're trying to find a better PvP option or a Guild War option or a faction option, or what you want to really focus down, or if you just want to focus resources better. Because the mythic that you would get would depend on which one you actually want to farm better. And while some mythics have overlap, like technically you can run Iron Gun PvP, he doesn't work as well compared to something like Delves. Let's see, we'll throw that down. Oh, I should have done it on the other one. Actually, it doesn't really matter, because it can double tap the same unit, so it would have died regardless, and then it's dead. What team am I using right now? It is 3 times Finesse with a Nimbus Bow. You can also do it with Essence of Evil or literally any weapon in the game that is 18 mana or less, which is pretty much every weapon but Dawnbringer. Actually, is there any weapon that has a mana cost above 18 that isn't Dawnbringer? Now that I think of it, I don't think there is. Oh, yes, there is. There's one other weapon. It's that 120 mana cost weapon that does some split damage. Not Prismatic Orb, but the other one. Oh, wait, or is it Prismatic Orb? No, I think it was the split damage one was the one that had 20. But those are the only two, Dawnbringer and that weird weapon that covers all colors. I wish they would have added more rainbow-colored weapons. They have a lot of potential, but the only ones we have are Prismatic Shard and Prismatic Orb and that Shard. Why do I keep forgetting his name? It's been irrelevant for ages. With a 20 mana cost one that does some split damage. I know exactly what it is, I just forget its name. I guess we take this one. Okay, we'll go grab the yellow right over there. Grab a pokety poke. Let him kill something from the team. Unfortunately, he does not go for Gluttony, so I might have to go do the Nimbus Bow just to silence him. And now he's silenced. Take any extra turns we see. And we should be good to go. So let's just start poking it. Gonna do it all on Gluttony just because I don't want Gluttony to... He kills himself! Unfortunately, he gained durability by doing so, oddly enough. But he killed himself. And I just need 2 more pokes on top of that. And then he is dead. There we go. What is the strongest Sinner Mirage card? Probably the brown-yellow legend of Wrath. Main reason for this is he's a double converter, and almost all double converters are viable to some capacity. And he also has an interesting mechanic in that he explodes 2 gems whenever he takes a skull. And this stacks with something like the Possessed King, which does 2 explosion whenever you take an extra turn. So if you were to take an extra turn skull, you would explode 4 gems off the board when using a team that uses both of them in the same team composition. Which is one of the main synergies that he ends up getting used with, if he ever gets used, is with Possessed King. It's one of the better teams that Possessed King has as an option. And one of the few reasons why he's actually considered a really good troop is because of Wrath plus Possessed King combination. I personally don't like the team too much just because it's a high liability using something like Wrath in first slot. However, that is one of the bigger synergies that it has. So this team is starting to get a little bit slower, but we're almost all the way at the end to the point that we might as well just keep using it. It is still surprisingly quick though, given the stats increase. Despite it slowing down quite noticeably. Like, it slowed down a lot less than I was expecting it to. But of course, anything like this would have slowed down, just because it doesn't upscale infinitely. The only things that really do are instant kill options. Yeah, Imperial Jewel was the word I was looking for earlier. That is correct. It's been dead content for a very long time now. But it's still relevant that it covers every color. Oddly enough, even though it's at a lower requirement as far as when you end up obtaining it in the game, the Orb is actually better than the Jewel. The 18 mana cost weapon that ends up creating some mana of a color of one of your troops, as well as giving it some armor. Mostly because it's occasionally used in things like Rowan teams and a few other compositions. It's not really that meta for Rowan teams in the current state of the game, but it is something that can synergize with her. But yeah, apparently the glitch that was occurring yesterday was exclusively from the controller. Because we have not seen it happen a single time this stream. I just find it weird that even just having controller plugged in was messing with it. Very strange. But oh well, we wasted 5 sigils yesterday. We're going to have to buy another pack actually because of it if we want to get it done today. And I do want to get it done today. Unless we find like a Valraven miraculously within the next soon TM. Otherwise, we're not going to have enough sigils to go all the way. Actually, even if we do at this point, do we even have enough sigils still? No. Because 480, then 490, then 500. Because then we'd have to deathless the Pure faction, which is almost guaranteed not going to happen. I was trying to take this battle. I did not have to take the battle I'm doing right now. At least it has a yellow on it. Glaceon's going to be really annoying, though. I should probably actually spam it out. Actually, no, we don't. I keep forgetting. We have silence. We just go silence it. So let's just silence that then. Oh, this battle shouldn't be that bad then. But that silence, it's not really much of a threat. This battle. Normally, the Glaceon just one-shotting you is the biggest threat of this battle. But with silence on it, that is not a threat anymore. I should probably be targeting it, and just in case it does that. Yep. Don't want you unsilencing. Let's target it down until it dies. Get a few extra turns just to stack up damage. And we should be good to go on damage now, for the most part. Yep, 212. That is a perfectly fine number. And one nice thing about teams that don't use every color, there actually is an advantage to them. You cannot be frozen on colors that you do not use. So if we're not using something like red, we cannot be frozen on red. So if we were to take an extra turn red on the board, even if our entire team was frozen, we would not lose that extra turn. Because we're not actually frozen on it. And weirdly enough, we are allowed to jump all the way to the final battle here. Even though there's a gigantic gap, those 4 battles are all connected to the final room. So doing any one of those 4s will allow us to move forward. If you don't have Nimbus Bow, you can use Essence of Evil. You can also use any of the 6 Doom weapons that create Doom Skulls. Either of those 2 options would be your best choice. Also, thank you everyone for stopping by. Apparently everyone seems to be free this Saturday. This is the most amount of viewers we've had for a while now. So we'll probably get a lot more once we have 4.8 patch soon. TM. Actually, no, it's probably still another month away. Next patch is likely late March, early April. Early April, I believe, was the time it happened last year. However, it is possible it happens earlier than that. Yeah, the beta hasn't even started. I don't even think they even sent out the application yet for getting new beta testers. I was one of the only few people that made it in automatically, but they do want a bunch of people to like reapply to the new format that they have. And I want to share and probably do a video on it too once that does happen. They haven't released it yet though. What does TM mean? Oh, soon TM is just trademark. It's just a joke because developers keep saying soon so often for various things. Like things will happen soon that they essentially trademarked it. So that's basically the whole joke with soon TM. TM just stands for trademark. But it's just a joke with the developers. Because they'll say they'll add something, and then it'll be like 2 years later until it gets added. And they'll just keep saying soon until it happens. Like, for example, the Arena and Treasure Hunt rework. That's something they've been meaning to do for like 2 years now, and it hasn't happened yet. And they still will be using it. Supposedly, the current date is by the end of this year. But that has also happened last year. But we'll see when it actually happens. But supposedly, this year is the year they finally do the Treasure Hunt Arena rework. Though it's going to be probably the second to last patch of this year. Either November patch or December patch, most likely. Or October patch. Sometimes there's October patch. Last year we had October patch. We always get a patch either in October or November. Normally not both. Let's see. Which one do we even want? They all look not good, so we'll just take this one. Yeah, it wasn't started by Gems of War, obviously. I'm not sure exactly how it started. It might have even started before Blizzard. I know it originated from something via gaming. And it wasn't Gems of War. It was already originated from something. But yeah, it might have been Blizzard. I'm not 100% certain on that. It definitely originated from some game in the past. It's a rather old reference, too, if I'm not mistaken. It might even have been a meme before memes existed, as they do today. Let's see, we'll take that over. I forget how old that meme even is. Grab a poke on that. And 2 more hits will kill it. Hello, Walter! Welcome. Hey, another level. It's one of the other reasons why we're running this team and not switching out, even though it might be slightly quicker switching to Iron Gut. Free class XP. We're all the way at level 83. I think we started at level... Gosh, what level did we even start at? We were at the mid-70s, and we're now at level 83 on our hero class, just from using it for the entirety of the faction. I want to go for the Dementor first because of mana drain and silence. So the mana drain's more annoying than the silence. I say that and I was going to annoyingly silence us. No, he just mana drained our last slot. That's fine. That is fine. We already got all the mana back already. And a few more taps will take it. 2 more will do it. 1 more will do it. And that should be dead. Okay, that is not a dead. That is a dead. There we go. And now due to the glitch from yesterday, we're going to have to buy 1 more pack, which means we bought the pack 7 times. Rip gems. We're under 20,000 again. It'll go back up on Monday, though. Actually, it'll probably be up to 20,000 before we even hit Monday. Between Adventure Board and us just taking tribute throughout the day. Should get it right back. Let's see. Your PvP attack team, Mountain Crusher, Glaceon, Apothecary, and Bloodhammer. You rarely lose, and it's great against annoying life and death teams. Yes, one of the best ways to counter life and death is skull spam. And yes, Glaceon plus King Bloodhammer is a pretty good combo. At one point, it was the meta for the game. However, Doom Skulls end up getting nerfed to the point that it's still a viable team, but it's not like broken viable. But yeah, there was one point in the game when they first came out about 2 years ago where that was ridiculously broken. There's still footage of it out there. It's pretty funny. But Doom Storm, the main thing that ended up nerfing it is they drastically decreased the amount of gems that Doom Storm ends up dropping. Before, it used to do as much as a Skull Storm did. And when it did, it was so broken as a mechanic. It was pretty funny for that duration. But there was a few months where you didn't use anything other than Glaceon plus Bloodhammer, just because it was so viable relative to almost every other option in the game. You pretty much just took a skull and then you auto won from all the Doom Skulls that would just keep falling onto the board over and over again, because they would keep exploding themselves, going into more board clear, and they just fell so commonly at the time. But it's been nerfed since then. It's still a good team though. And Apothecary is a great way to feed them. Plus it has Cleanse, so you don't need to worry about Freeze or Entangle. But does Glaceon naturally have immune to Freeze? I actually forget. I know it has Stone or the 65% reduction. But regardless, this allows you to cleanse things that are off on it that might be annoying, like Entangle. Doom Skull still hits slightly through Entangle, but not to such a degree that you'd still want to get it off in order to do more damage. Yeah, the stream's really busy today. Kind of surprised. I'm not sure exactly why, but I guess people want to see perfection. But yeah, we are surprisingly busy today. But I'm glad all of you joined us on this lovely Saturday. And it's been a pretty gloomy week this week, but I don't know, the weather by me is really nice today. It's been like a really depressing week, and now today's just like all sunshiny. Let's see, we'll grab that. Take our the poke. Grab the other extra turnover. Oh, you've never seen a Pure Faction live. Nice. They are frustrating. No, they're pretty hyped most of the time, because they're some of the hardest battles in the entire game. Though they're artificially hard because all they do is just boost up the stats. But it doesn't change the fact that they are still generally some of the hardest battles in the game. The actual, like, legit hardest are things like Guild Wars. Let's see. Without them being artificially hard. Because Guild Wars is hard because people are actually making difficult teams. These are hard just because the stats are so ridiculously high. Hey, you must see action, romance, bloodshed. Nice. Well, we shall have none of that. No, we'll have action. No romance, though. And will definitely be some bloodshed. Hopefully the enemy and not us when we do Pure Faction. What state do I live in? South Carolina. Currently, anyways. I've been on the East Coast my entire life. Actually, I've only ever left the East Coast for the first time last year. I've been in the East Coast my entire life until 25, which is kind of funny. Or I should say 24, actually, because I was 24 at the time. But I've lived on the East Coast my entire life. Mostly in New Jersey, but I've been in South Carolina and currently in South Carolina now. Near Conway? No, near Myrtle Beach. Which I guess is somewhat close to Conway. Let's see. Oh, you moved to the West Coast. Interesting. I've been considering moving potentially eventually to another state. Taxes here are really, really low, though. Oh, also, I was able to get some of the receipts written off for the for taxes as well. But the main one that was really noteworthy was the computer that we got last November, which was almost $2,000. Actually, I think with the taxes that got taken off of it, I think it was closer to $1,700 or $1,800. But yeah, I was able to do that as a business write-off, so that was nice. And a few other things got written off. I forgot the full list, but it ended up saving a couple hundred, which is nice. I still have to pay in though, because I don't have like the taxes automatically taken out of paycheck because I don't have a paycheck. It's just done through things like donations and things like YouTube ad revenue and stuff like that. And that doesn't get taken out until tax season. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we're doing Deathless right now. I need to make sure I don't die. Though we haven't really been dying at all, but have to make sure we don't get randomly trolled by like Deathmark or something on Final Battle. I should actually probably target it first just to make sure it doesn't happen. Because it is actually important that we do not die to this delve. All the other delves, it did not matter if we died or not. This one, it 100% matters. Otherwise, it's actually going to make it so we have to buy another pack if I do die here. Which at this point, we definitely don't need that happening. Already bad enough we had to do one extra one because of what happened yesterday. Yeah, super factions, pure faction is really annoying for this faction. I don't think it's the absolute hardest in the game, but it's probably second hardest or third hardest, or at least second most annoying or third most annoying, I should say. Not sure if it's necessarily hardest, but it's definitely going to be ultra annoying. No, Krog the Dread. Oh gosh, why is there so many instant kill options? No, I hate all three of them. Okay, fine. We'll just hope this one doesn't loop. I can't believe I'm going for Goblin Team as the safer option. But it actually is, I think, in this instance, the safer option. Oh, Valraven. You're a little late. At least if we get this and we somehow lose, we have backup battles. Also makes this battle a little bit easier in general. Now that we have 2 yellows rather than 1. Oh, should take an extra turn. Oh, well. Shouldn't matter too much. Which one is the most annoying pure faction? Most annoying pure faction is probably Weirwoods, from an annoying perspective. As far as most difficult, it is probably Sea of Sorrows. But the most annoying, if we're basing it on most annoying is in order of Weirwoods being the hardest or most annoying. This one being the second most annoying, and the third most annoying likely being Stonesong Eerie. Which is actually oddly ironic, given one of the other categories it's in. The most difficult are probably Sea of Sorrows, because of true damage instantly killing. Hall of Guardians, because that gargoyle, as you guys know. I don't need to tell you guys that one's difficult. And the third hardest... what would be the third hardest? Probably Weirwoods. Even though it's the most annoying, it's probably third hardest, just because the transform mechanic makes it a rather difficult one if you don't have a lot of stats to go into it. And then as far as absolute easiest is Crypt because of instant kill. Stonesong Eerie, even though it's one of the more annoying ones, it does have instant kill, which does allow it to get lucky enough to clear through, similar to Crypt. But that one's the second easiest. And third easiest, I'm not really sure if there is one under that category, because there's only 2 that have instant kill. And instant kill is the only main mechanic that would make them easier. And I believe one of them has Deathmark. However, there's some things with Deathmark immunity on the battles, which kind of cancels out the fact that you even have Deathmark. So I'm not even sure if there's a third easiest. But those 2 are the easiest, Crypt and Stonesong Eerie. You take Weirwoods over this. Is it that annoying? There's a lot of random mechanics, but as long as we get one of those random mechanics to do what we want once, we should be fine. Particularly that attack steal, and particularly if we get a silence when we actually want a silence, like a silence mana drain. But we'll see how it goes. We'll find out in a moment. I'll be doing pure faction in any second now. As soon as we finish this battle out Deathless, we'll go right into it. Yeah, Amethyrax is pretty easy with Truffles. Yeah, so I guess Amethyrax is the third easiest. Because even without potion effects, you could get lucky enough to infinite loop. However, it is still advised running that faction with potions. But if you're running potions in Amethyrax, you pretty much auto-win. You just loop it some, and then they just go like crazy. Yeah, as soon as we clear out Pure Faction, we'll hand out code. A big code. One that has 25 gems in it. As well as a decent amount of gold. Okay, there we go. And that should be Deathless. And now we... also, I didn't even really make much mention when we passed it. But we should have a permanent +1 magic now as well. If we go over to the Underworld now, to any of them, or let's go to the one that actually is the thing. We're at 2,000 now. And boom! We have it right there. We now have 2 attack, 4 HP, 4 armor, and now the wonderful +1 magic. off of the new faction. So now we have that permanent extra benefit. That was the second magic we got this week. And if we get purple deeds tomorrow, that will be the third magic we get this week. If we don't get it tomorrow, we'll get it on Monday. So that means within about a week's time, we would have gotten 3 magic, potentially. Obviously, 2 of those were pretty difficult. The renown one is really hard to do that we just got because it requires a ridiculously high amount of renown with a lot of 2,500 factions. I think at minimum, you would have to have all except like a few of the factions maxed in order to get it. And other than that, what was the other thing? Which was the other difficult one? The Zolkari one would have been the easiest. The other difficult one would have been, I guess, the purple deeds? Or actually, no. I guess the Zolkari one would have been harder than purple deeds. I'm not sure. I guess the harder part about doing the purple deed ones is to have had it by 2 days from now. You would have had to have done every single purple deed that has ever happened in the game, since they've only been out for several months, as well as having to do every single green and purple epic task and putting them into purple. If you would have done that, you would have enough by Monday. Or by the time that we get the next purple D task, which hopefully will be tomorrow. But anyways, let's go do Pure Faction. So we already know what team we're doing. We actually already have it on copy-paste, so we can just copy-paste it right over conveniently. Actually, I don't want it with that, though. This was originally what I was going to go with, and it might still work, but Crazy Troll is rather underwhelming, so we are going to go with a double Dementor just to make sure that we have one for final battle in case one dies, which is the whole reason for doubling up on it. And I think that's fine because we do want the Hound to have a little bit extra mana so we can get it up a bit quicker. And the +1 yellow one up working just to work on everything. Is there a +2 yellow, +1 green though? Because it's probably a better option at this point. If that does exist, we'll probably go for it. And I believe it does. That's not what I want. I want a banner. I'm looking for +2 green. I mean a +2 yellow, +1 green. So we'll go with that because that will allow us to 2-turn him easily. Get more into the things to try stealing attack, and we should be good to go. Unfortunately, we do have the -blue. However, we're not really casting Lyrazas that much. And I think this is actually a good setup. We'll go with 20% mana start into 8 magic, and that should work. And as far as the stats that we're running with a level 200 Renown without 50%, and we're also running with what's it called? With 7 of the tier 7s, 7/7s. Well, so let me go equip the pet we just got, since it's technically one of the rare pets right now, since not as many people have gotten it. Probably only several hundred. So we'll go do this one, the Sad Panda. There we go. And there we go. It actually even matches kind of what we're already wearing, uniform-wise. Nice. There we go, sad little panda on our shoulder. Actually, it does match the colors really well, look at that. The orange is a little bit off, though. But everything else is pretty spot on. Even the white's kind of there. Pretty cool. Anyways, that's the new pet that we end up getting. And you get that whenever you get 2,000 Renown for this faction. You can end up getting it and putting on your shoulder. But there we go. Anyways, let's go do Pure Faction now. Are we going to upgrade it? Oh yeah, I probably should. Thanks for reminding me. I definitely should. It's a free 0.25 bonus for doing so. Where'd it go? I just equipped it. Now I can't even find it. There it is. Thanks for reminding me. It's not going to make that big a difference, but it's going to be a few stats. Better than not having a few stats, so there we go. Obviously, it doesn't take that long to do. Boom, upgraded already. We get some gems from it as well. Okay, so let's go do Pure Faction. Let's see, Faction, Fights, and let's get into it. Not with that. That is not what we want. This is what we want. Oh, that is also not what we want. Did I not copy-paste the team? I thought I did. I changed the banner, but I didn't copy the team. Fail. Where'd it go? Pure Faction. We'll grab that team. And let's go run it. Games, underneath Faction. And figure out what on earth our path's going to be. And paste that in right there. And there we go. Let's give this a shot. And class does not matter what class we use. Okay. So double Dementor into Chaos Hound into Lyraza. Hello, Merfolog. Welcome. Okay, let's see how annoying this faction's going to be. So we have a lot of really random mechanics. First off, we'll try attack stealing. I think it's our best bet. So we'll do that. Didn't get it. We got silence. So we'll try again. We got attack steal. Good. Actually, on that one, it doesn't matter which one we target. Oh, actually, yeah, it does. So make sure we reduce down that thing's attack. So I think that might be the strategy then. Use 2 of these. Reduce down the enemy's attack on first slot to 0. then focus on disabling everything else, and then just go crazy with using that thing. That sounds like a game plan. Can you please stop getting silence? You're the one that needs to be getting attack steal. Also, I really should have taken that skull. Seriously, you're allowed to not do silence. I know it's every single time it's silence because Impervious does not have immune to mana drain. So that means all 3 times we casted him, he has done silence. That's amazing. Like, we get some skulls and that just backfires. Oh yeah, this faction's going to be really annoying. I can see it already. Oh gosh, this faction's going to be annoying. Yeah, this might be worse than Werewoods. At least Werewoods does, you know what it's going to do every single time. Oh yeah, and they can steal attack back from us. That's not good. Yep, this is going to be annoying. The amount of luck we're going to need is going to be absurdly high for every single battle. I take that back. This is the most annoying faction in the game. I lied. What do we grab here? We'll take that for now. Please attack steal. Can you do anything but silence? First slot. Let's see. We'll take the skull, obviously. Now he's attack stealing that one. It's the worst thing for them to do, too. Stop attack stealing. Another silence. Hope they realize you can do something other than silence. Is anything even worth doing on this? Yeah, if we could try hitting full AoE, it's actually decent for damage. Not to mention, as a jumble extra turn, so one of them's extra turn and one of them's board clear. So yeah, I guess it actually is always worth going for Lyraza. I almost want to run 2 of her just because she's going to be more consistent than this Dementor thing. However, I want to make sure at least one of these survive. And we kind of need to run 2 of them to make sure one survives for final battle. And then our final team would end up being for the final battle Chaos Hound, Dementor, Chaos Hound, and then Lyraza would be our final team. At least that's the game plan anyways. Oops, that's not good. Luckily he didn't go for it. Let's see. Also, what effect did it do that didn't do anything? Oh, never mind. It would have drained mana. We'll take that over. Looks like it did nothing. We'll grab a thing right over there. Take our blue over there. Hopefully get something good here, like a attack steal. Okay, he did mana drain and stole nothing. Or it's not even a mass steal, it's a mana drain. So he wouldn't even gain anything from it either. And of course the enemy gets agile. Can we get some agile? We're at 52 HP there. He's already going to die. I was expecting him to die a little bit later than that. Also, he just got a mana drain when we were about to cast. That's annoying. So that's the entirety of this delve. And a silence, doing nothing. Like, I should really just start targeting something that isn't his first slot. Like his last slot so he doesn't skull spam us. Of course, now we get the attack steal. Right when I don't target first slot. And then a mana drain. Well, he'll do a thing. I'm going to do this and then take the... Actually, I'm going to take the skull first. Just because we gained the extra attack. Oh, good thing the extra turn there. Otherwise, he would have killed us there. And, of course, he agiles. Because it's a 20% chance that he has a 100% chance. Let's see. What do we even want here? I also just want to take some blue to try for an AoE again. And we might almost even get rid of that -1 blue. Kind of want to have that. Because we're not really taking green that much. I'd almost rather just run with like a double yellow. Or double purple. Which are probably double purple, actually. I just don't +1 the hound. Actually, is there a way to +1 the hound while doing double purple? That would probably be better, actually, banner-wise. There we go. We got attack steal on him so he can't one-shot us anymore. Start doing the same to that guy so he can't one-shot us anymore. Okay, we should be good now. Now we just need to apply the damage at this point. Unless he somehow re-steals attack. We should be fine. Or if he takes a billion skulls. We'll try for Sky Skull. Got Sky Purple instead. Keep getting Sky stuff that isn't skulls. Come on, 0 is attack out. What do we even want here? We'll take that so we can take Skull. One less thing to deal with. Okay, we'll take that over. So final battle might actually not be that annoying. If we just keep disabling Lyraza, it doesn't really have much that can damage us. If his first slot has 0 attack and the Lyraza is silenced, there's very little he can do unless he randomly gets an attack steal on the final battle, as well as his first battle. Let's see. We'll go for this. Can you please stop jumbling the board? That is such a bad mechanic to have no follow-up with. At least add like a random stat or something to it. Who do we go for? You're probably more annoying because of skulls, so we'll do that. Try for skull here. This battle's gonna take 10 years. This delve is gonna take forever. It took us like an hour and 50 minutes to reach Pure Faction. It might take us an hour and 50 minutes to now complete Pure Faction. What do we even grab? We'll take, we're in one-shot range. I should probably try taking his attack. Unfortunately, he does not take it. We better not die on the very first battle. It's definitely possible, too. Okay, he gives us a skull. We'll take that. Luckily, he does not get a Cascaded Skull there. We'll take that. Now we just have to deal with this one, but he's about to create skulls, so he better not hit. Oh, I shouldn't have given him that. Oh, no. Oh, good. Adjel! Hey! Adjel actually triggered. I think that's the first time we triggered Adjel this entire battle. Good job. I will do that. Hopefully, it'll miss. Good. We'll take that, and then we won. Nice! That was a very strategic Agile right there. Okay, we'll probably take this tier 2 room. Has a lot of red, which is bad because we don't actually use red. This one has Scale Guard and the Poison, which is probably enough to almost one-shot us. Though we do have 2 things that have Impervious. And this thing will just have so much resummon that I really don't want to deal with it. So I guess our best middle ground is... I don't know. This has a lot of loop, though. I think I actually do want to avoid the tier 2. I wish I could see how much damage Skill Guard has. Actually, yes, I can. He has 200 damage or so. So we'll take him 3 shots. Yeah, I think we go for this battle. Because Marilith isn't much of a threat. Skill Guard's the biggest threat. And Tapon's initial Empower gets rid of Brown, so it's not even that big a deal. And the Bone Naga doesn't really do too much. Though its Skull Reflect might be its most annoying part. It does have 25% Skull Reflect. So I'm going to have to kill it with Lazara. So that might actually be really annoying. Because we're almost going to guarantee lose a troop on this battle. Maybe I take eggs then. How annoying is Cocoon? I forget. What do you summon? You summon a lot of spiders though. And I believe Web Spinner counts as a spider, and for that reason we can't. Because if he summons Web Spinner, we are just instant dead. I guess we deal with this and just hope Bone Naga doesn't kill us. Because it seems like the safest bet of the 3 actually. So we'll take this one. Luckily, the Delve definitely does not lack choices. We have 3 choices for our second battle and 4 choices for our third battle. The first and final battle are always mandatory. But that's probably the most amount of choices we have for battles in any Delve. Though it is one whole extra battle that we do have to do, unfortunately. Also, I should have just taken that free turn skull rather than taking it that way. Because we don't actually really need the mana. Alright, we'll take that. Grab a skull. Get a convert down somewhere here. Get a silence. That is not what I want. Please silence that one. Good, you mana drained. He has a 2 1/3 chance that he'll do something mana related. There's an explosion. A pretty good explosion at that. Unfortunately, no extra turn. That's not nice. Well, we'll go and try steal an attack. That is silence or something. We'll go do that. Full AoE, nice. Grab a purple and try for Sky Skull. Grab a red right there. Take a blue. Grab Skull. Actually, do we grab Skull? We'll take purple instead. Now we grab Skull. Okay, Marilith's about to die, so I'm not even going to try attack stealing it at this point. I think we take blue and try taking a full AoE there. Do we go for it? We could try getting a skull out of it too. I see kind of the synergy that they're doing with the whole jumble thing. Like, I can somewhat see the synergy that they tried doing with this faction. It's just so random that it doesn't really work out. But I do kind of see what they were going for. Anyways, let me go for this. Hopefully we got full AoE or jumble.
And we do get full AoE, nice. Too bad it doesn't have an extra turn attached, but well. The Jumble does, though. Whichever thing she had extra turn attached. Okay, so the biggest thing we need to do now is I need to stop taking using these Manticores. Actually, never mind. I need to get an attack to do on first slot. And then once we do, I need to stop taking casting Manticores in order to hit him directly with spells. Because we do not want to him to kill us off of Skull Reflect. So we need to zero out that attack. And then we need to go and hold all of our mana cores until we can kill it with AoE. So perfect. We got the zero attack. And now we need to get mana core to full mana. And then once we get mana core to full mana, both of them, we can start getting mana into her. And now we need to start throwing AoEs to kill the final slot. Because 25% reflect will kill us if we touch it. So this might be a little bit annoying now because I basically have to win off of AoE. So we have a 1/3 chance every single time we cast her that she'll do AoE. So that means we have a 0% chance she will hit AoE. Let's see. We'll grab that. We'll take our other hit there. Do I even go for Skull? I feel like the answer is no. I should just give him every Skull we see. Because he's hitting pretty much 0 unless he hits Doom Skull on it. Come on, AoE. You know you want to. Have we hit a single one since the one AoE we did at the beginning of the battle? I don't think we have. Also, one interesting thing about Jumble cannot automatically give you an extra turn or Skull. It can give you a setup into it, but it can't actually give it to you off the board. Because it works the same as how a starting board works. Also, you do know you have AoE, right? We have not hit a single one since we started trying to hit the last slot. This was one of the reasons I wanted to avoid this battle. However, with the 3 battles we had, I think this would have been the least annoying. Come on, get lucky. We need 2 more. Actually, we need 3 more, don't we? Yeah, we actually need 3 more to kill it. Because we don't want to touch it with any skulls. Otherwise, we will die on first slot when we go for it. Luckily, he can't really hit us for much damage. The only thing he possibly do is cast his ability. And he denies out the brown, so he pretty much only has purple to take. Which we're taking anyways to fill up Lazara. Please stop shuffling. Let's see. And also stop exploding. However, exploding is better than shuffle. Unless we're trying to hit skulls. And we are not trying to hit skulls right now. We're trying to do the exact opposite of that. Also, I need to be sure I don't accidentally take a skull. Which I almost just did there. It's kind of funny. Because we keep healing every single turn because of the potions. We get 3 heal per turn. We're actually gaining durability as the battle goes on. It's kind of funny. Please stop shuffling. That is the most useless one you can do in this battle right now. And she's done it like 3 or 4 times in a row. Yeah, Skull Reflect's going to be the most annoying thing about this battle. As you can see. It's unfortunate. There we go. 2 more hits. Come on, you're almost there. Get it already. And we're only at the halfway point. This isn't even the whole delve. And the hardest is yet to come. We haven't even done the final battle yet. Hopefully we can get it first try. Might take a 2nd or 3rd attempt though. We have enough stats that we probably could get it done first try. Okay, I don't need to go for skulls yet. That has a bit of damage though. He's going to hit 10. We're going to try for Sky Blue. Nice. We actually got it. Perfect. Exactly what we needed. It's moments like this where we shouldn't have +/-1. We shouldn't have -1 blue. Okay, we have to be careful. If we take a skull, we die. We would win the battle, but we would also die. Oh no, he has skull damage now. I forgot about that. Oh, I gotta take it. Rip. Well, goodbye, first slot. Rip. It was probably inevitable that we were gonna lose one eventually, anyways. But now we have a resummon option, and now we gotta take one of these bullets. Nope. Skull spam. Nope. Instant die off a skull spam. Nope. Okay, good. This one's okay. As long as sacrifice hits Gluttony, we should be fine. And Medea. Okay. So now we need to go summon Hound. Why not take last slot's attack? Because there was a skull on the board. And we had a 1 in 3 chance to take an attack. And there was a much higher chance that we wouldn't have taken attack and that he would have just killed our first slot. And at that point, we might as well just take a skull to kill our first slot. Because if we would have hit the 2/3 chance, the 66% chance of not stealing attack, we would have died anyways. So at that point, we kind of had to, because there was a skull on the board. And we didn't have any way to get rid of that skull on the board. Speaking of skull on the board, I think we should try to go resummon here. Actually, let me try stealing this thing's attack first. Oh, good, we actually got it. Nice. I almost don't want to summon now. We're still going for it, though. Good, we got skulls. Nice, twice. No! Why do you have to kill it? I wanted you to kill Gluttony, but not when he was already pretty much dead. That's unfortunate. I wish he would have killed literally anything but Gluttony in that instance. Of course, the one time I don't want him hitting Gluttony, he does. Because he was pretty much already dead at that point. At least he killed himself, too. Okay, well, half the team's already dead. What a battle. I wish he would have targeted that a bit differently, but I guess that still works. Also, we got to be really careful. If the second Dementor dies, we're probably lost. So that's unfortunate. So we'll go grab this for now. Nice little explosion going on. I have to take Skull. He's going to do his summon, which is going to be really annoying. His damage output's ridiculously low, though. But it's the summon that's an annoying aspect. So I need to go steal that thing's attack. Oh, we got silence. Gotta be careful. Even its lower attack is almost enough to kill us. Which is not good. We need to go get this thing to full mana. So we'll keep poking it up. The skull I'm going to have to take, which is unfortunate because it kills it and makes his attack go way higher to the point where he can one-shot us. Luckily, there's nothing he can take to one-shot us on the board. Need to still get that attack steal, but we don't have an option for it yet. Please attack steal. We need this to live for final battle. Of course, you just do a silence, which has immune to. What do we want? What do we want? He's going to do another small split into another summon. The summon being the only annoying part, though. I'll take the blue. Get that mana up. I kind of want to cast this and hope for a resummon, but if we do skulls off a 66% chance, that would be bad, so we're not. Oh, you just take a skull on us. That's bad. Okay, now we can skull. Because now we need to go resummon our whole team. And then we need to win the final battle basically by spamming Chaos Hound. Which means we probably lost at this point. But we came this far, we might as well keep going for the stealth. But yeah, the stealth is going to be too annoying. The stealth has definitely taken the title of most annoying delve that will ever exist in this game. If they top this, that is amazing. Can you not barrier? That'd be great. Let's see. Actually has a 100% chance of barriering. It barriers all mystics. Or sorry, barriers all mystics. Those two are mystics. We'll take yellow. Start getting more skull spam, or at least more resummon, if nothing else. At least skulls at this point are the only real threat for the most part. Speaking of that, take skull. That was a gigantic miss. You're allowed to do something in our favor, you know, team. Let's see. I'll take that skull. Should actually probably taken that the previous turn, just to not risk it. And AoE kills us. Fail. Okay, let's change banner. I feel like I don't want a minus blue, because we actually are using her to some capacity. So, banner change. Do we just go to double yellow? I feel like we just go double yellow or double purple. I'm even leaning towards double purple. Oh yeah, what's a +2 purple +1 something? That's on like minus red. That's the only color we're missing, right? Red and brown. So we could run +2 purple +1 yellow, right? Yeah. So I think that's our better choice. And just run it that way. Is there a +2 purple +1 green? I guess that could work too. I'm not sure if I want to give Chaos Hound this thing though. He can kind of naturally get his mana up. And even though you would normally give a 10 mana cost triple +1, I don't think we actually do in this team composition. I think it's either a +2 purple +1 yellow or a +2 blue +1 purple. And I'm leaning towards the double purple. Yeah, let's go with this banner. Okay, let's try this again. Round 2. Also, just so I don't forget, let me go copy this team back to the other slot so I don't forget it for the video when we cover it later. But yeah, this is going to be a really annoying faction. Not to mention every attempt's going to take like 20 minutes. What do we grab here? I'm looking to paste pure faction in. If not longer. It comes down to pure luck every single time. Well, round 2. Let's try this again. See how it goes. Hey, you missed the death. Well, you can go back in the stream. It has playback. You're not going to miss much from this first battle. Nothing too interesting will happen this battle. The other 3 is where the more interesting things will happen. This isn't a guarantee win, but relative to the other 3 battles, it pretty much is a guarantee win. Just a matter of us getting lucky to the point where we actually can win on this battle. Why does the first one always want to go for the steal attack? I want our first slot to take it, not the second slot. Only on the final battle would it be worth it if our second slot was to take it. Well, I guess it's better than nothing taking it. But then again, maybe not, because it makes it so we can't steal attack off of this one. Now we have to hit a different one. Try to steal its attack. Nice, a little bit of AoE in there. That helps speed things along. If you get a 100% chance at AoE, this would go so much quicker. What do we grab? And there's even abilities that have way better AoEs than her in Delves. It's kind of weird. There's a really big good example of that. Truffle is an insanely good example of that. But even not counting Truffle, there's still better options. Let's see. But of course, we can't use them. Please steal attack. At least it mana drained. Silence is completely useless if it was to that. And of course, our second slot's being greedy, stealing all the attacks. Let's go for some skull spam here. This one's going quite a bit quicker than the first time. But that was a gigantic miss right there, though, unfortunately. Oh, grab that, grab that. She's getting mana so much quicker now that we're actually feeding her a bit better because of the banner change. Yeah, this banner is definitely more preferred. +2 purple to +1 yellow. If we really wanted to go all in on her, we could even go to +2 blue, +1 purple. I didn't check brown to see if there is a +2 purple, +1 blue. I don't think there is under minus brown. I didn't bother checking. Because that would probably be the most optimal banner if that did exist. What do we even want here? I believe the banner for the factions are +2 purple, +1 yellow. Which is not actually optimal, oddly enough. Normally the faction banner is. In this case it is not. We gotta be careful that first slot doesn't die. I do not want to be losing it on the very first battle. We just started. We'll grab that, take that over, grab her 5 times so we can recast her. Please say AoE. That's not really helping us much. Let me go steal that thing's attack after he almost kills us. Oh, never mind. We're already pretty much dead. We are in one-shot range already. Guarantee win. Already dying. Let's see. We'll take the skull there. Not dead yet, but we're pretty close. Okay, let's go start stealing his attack. If nothing else, mana draining and silence him so he can't cast. Please steal attack. Let's see. Okay, he just got unsilenced. That is really bad. He's about to kill us right now. Oh no. Do we cast ours? Or do we let him cast? If we miss, we lose. Or a troop. But if we hit, we win. The dilemma. To cast or not to cast. We don't have any other option for extra turn. Unless we get like triple red off a sky or something really random. Oh, I have double chance for triple red. We can also try quad brown. It's very unlikely we get that random. Yeah, I'm probably not going to cast. This board's not the greatest. However, he can win with that skull there, or skull there, or skull there. He can also win with double skull in multiple locations. So our best bet's probably just to take this over to the left and just hope he doesn't get lucky. Of course he gets lucky. Rip. Oh, I should have casted with that, actually, to try for a summon. Whoops. But, well, we're already 1 troop down. Rippity rip rip. We're going to lose it eventually, though. Okay, we definitely don't want things to gain entangle, so we're not going to do that one. So I guess we take the tier 2. Okay, so by the end of this battle, we do want to make sure we can resummon if we can. Off our 3rd slot. If we can go to final battle with the team of Hound, Chaos Hound to Dementor to Chaos Hound to Lyraza, we should be fine. But if we can't reach final battle with that, we probably lose. We have to have at least one of him left. Alright, let's disable that. Silence on him. Hopefully gain a attack steal, please. Good. Now we try resummoning. Good. Okay. Oh, the only problem is that lowered our attack. And we still don't use red. Which this team is a little bit red heavy. Red and purple. Purple we use, red not so much. Oh, wait, did I forget to paste my team? Fail. Why did we only get 1 blue there? Did I forget to change the banner? We're still on -1 blue. Fail. I didn't change the banner. I thought we did. Apparently not. Oh, it didn't save because I went out the window. I did change the banner, but it changed back because I didn't do a battle. So it didn't save my change. That's a fail. I forgot about that. It doesn't save it unless you do a battle first. And we didn't do a battle first. Mistakes were made. Watch us still get pure faction done with it, hopefully. I do not want to have to attempt this a billion times. But we might have to. We're definitely doing it until it's done. Doesn't matter if it takes us 1 more attempt or 10 more attempts. This stream is not ending until we have completed it. Let's see, we'll grab that, take a skull over. Yeah, definitely most annoying. Not sure if it's going to be hardest, though, overall. I still feel like Sea of Stars is harder. But, this is definitely hands down the most annoying faction in the game. Which is not the same as most difficult. Let's see, we'll take that over. Grab skull. Grab the other skull. Yay, 12-hour stream. It better not take us that many attempts. It definitely won't take us that many attempts. We'll probably get it done in the next hour or less. Let's see. Do I start casting these? I should probably get 1 more attack steal. I want his attack to be reduced before we start really using first slot, ideally, on these battles. Just so it's a little bit safer in case we miss, because we're almost guaranteed going to be missing, because it's not that good of a skull spam. There we go. Okay, now we can go and skull spam him a bit. So we'll cast this. No target. Wait, what did he do? Oh, he tried summoning. That's why I said no target. If you try that's basically what will tell us if he's summoning or not. Also, it would be pretty obvious by the fact he wouldn't create any skulls. We'll take the other skull there. Double skull, nice. Wow, triple skull. Get the extra turn there. Getting a little bit of luck. Making up for all the bad luck. That's the biggest issue with the entirety of this delve. It is way, 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 way too luck-based. There isn't anything that isn't luck-based pretty much with this team. Well, there isn't anything. It's all luck-based. We'll go for that. Get a full AoE, and he's dead. Yay, that went rather smoothly, actually. Nice. And if we can bring this to final battle, we'll be fine. Okay, what do we have for this next set? Dwarves? Probably not. Glaceon. This one actually isn't too bad because we can silence his first slot and drain his first slot. So I'm not sure if this actually would be that bad. But let's see, what are other options? Goblins. I wouldn't want to risk goblins, I don't think. And Keeper of Souls. I probably don't want to take that because Spectral has true damage. So of these, oddly enough, I think the Glaceon might be the least annoying. Because Lady Ironbeard, unless we hit full AoE, we have no way of really hitting its armor down enough. So that's going to do triple damage to us. And because it's all the way in the last slot, the 2 have a liability. She's going to do way too much damage to us. So we skip on that one. I think the safest method, weirdly enough, is Glaceon. I can't believe that's actually the weakest option here. But, oh yeah, we lost like 5 battles to freeze yesterday. There was a glitch yesterday where we lost 5 battles. Let's see. But yeah, I think we're going with Glaceon. Mostly because we have silence. And it's the hardest part about this battle is the Glaceon. And if we could just silence it, it basically makes it so we auto-win. Between spamming silence and mana drain on it. And of course, attack steal is also beneficial. So as long as we keep just spamming this ability, we win this battle, where we should. The only other thing that could troll us is this thing does have potential 4x skull damage, which would one-shot anything. So that's a thing. However, never mind. He actually does. He only has 1x multiplier against Dementicor, because he actually can't do 4x against Impervious. He can't do 2x off a freeze because he can't freeze, and he can't do 2x off a Hunter's Mark because he can't Hunter's Mark. So that's a good backup plan then. So never mind. This actually should be pretty easy then. The only real thing we have to deal with is disabling the Glaceon before it can do anything, which hopefully we should be able to do. I'm not going to skull spam yet. He has too much skull reduction to skull spam prior to attack reducing him. So there's the silence. That's a good start. Though I need some attack steals. At least that keeps his mana down for a little bit. Let's see. We'll take that for now. Keep taking purple. And yellows. Grab that. Please attack, steal. Silence again, which I guess is okay since he unsilenced so quickly. Oh, that already died. Let's see. Can we get a attack steal, please? Go. Good. First attack steal. I don't think I want to try resummoning yet. We need at least another attack steal before we try anything sketchy. Let's see. I'll take that for now. Grab our manas, a little bit of blues. Not the main color we need, but we need to take something. He denies the main mana I need. Take the purple there. Taking it that way so he doesn't get a skull. I guess I take this and then give him a yellow. What do you double again? Mix of blue and brown. Neither of them doubling is really beneficial to us. Particularly the brown one. Is going to do nothing. So do we skull or do we try for purple? I think we take purple. Because I don't want him taking the purple. We try for another attack steal here. And luckily we do land it. Nice. So Glaceon's damage has been drastically reduced. I think we could try for summon now. Good. We got it. Perfect. That does reduce our attack some. However, it makes it so we have a safety meat shield. And now that he does so little damage, it's quite helpful. I still need to go mana drain him though, so let's go do that next. Mana drain or silence. Either or will work. And of course you attack steal when I don't want it. Now it's just only going to get attack steal. Because I want the other two options. What are we frozen on? We're frozen on not red, so we'll grab red. We don't even use red. I'm not even sure why I checked. Let's see. Blue. Yeah, you don't use blue. It's just green and yellow. So we'll take that. We'll take a skull. And then we'll follow up with something. He'll skull us back most likely. Oh yeah, I forgot. You gain attack damage every single time you take damage. At least there's nothing else that gives us some attack to steal. Okay, please mana drain or silence. Don't you dare steal attack now that we don't want it. Good. We still need a mana drain on it though. Otherwise, that's going to be bad. And I actually wanted explosion there or shuffle. Of course, when I want shuffle, we won't get shuffle. Pretty much anything when we want it, we will not get it. That's how random this works. Okay, Glaceon actually did not kill us. That is surprisingly little. What do we even want here? Probably purple to go re-disable it just so it doesn't get lucky on the next cast. We got lucky on the first one that it did almost nothing. But that's not always going to happen. I forgot, we can just randomly kill off a Death Mark 2 off of pure luck. Yet another luck factor to deal with on this delve. I should probably start stealing the attack at the second slot now too. While he might not be able to do a bunch of extra damage to the mana core, I still don't want him doing damage to our hound. Which he can still do 4 times damage to. Nice! Death Mark kill! And he does get a kill on us, but we can just resummon. Very nice. Ooh, that was a big skull. That was not nice. Let me go attack steal you. Alright, we do have to worry about him. He's going to be the main thing that will poke us at the end. Oh, I should have taken that yellow. Whoops. We got silence there at least. What do we want? What do we want? I guess we'll take that way. And we'll take this double mana here. Actually, we could drop it to extra turn. I guess we'll take it. Grab that. Take a purple. Do we have a cascade for it? No. We could try for sky blue though. That still gives us a purple follow-up for the following turn if we need it. Which I think I'll hold on now. Let's go for disable on that. Get attack steal. Nice. So that basically has 0. Now we can start attack stealing the next one in line because his attack's basically 0 now. We're pretty close to it. At least with how high our stats are, it's essentially 0. In case we get a mana drain or silence, I think we're going to go for it again. Nice, a mana drain. We'll take that, take a skull. Next skull will kill, so I should probably start trying to attack steal the next one. Take a purple for now. Grab the blue over. And then we go disable that one. Okay. We'll go for this. Go for explosion. Nice, we actually landed it. Unfortunately, we got the kill, which is actually unfortunate because I haven't attacked steal in the other one. And if our Dementor dies in one shot, that is very bad. And I have no way to take mana right now, which is also really bad. So let's grab some blues, I guess. What else do we want? We'll try for blue and a yellow. Oh, never mind, we have purple over there, so we'll grab the purple. Now would be a great time to get a lot of mana right there. Good. Please attack steal. Good. That was exactly what we needed. Now we need another attack steal. And once we get another attack steal, we should be good to go. But we can also go for skull to skull option. We have to be really careful. He better not hit the Dementor in first slot. That'd be really bad. Good, he does not. AI's being nice on us for once. I'm gonna take the blue, I guess. Oh no, he got skull off a sky. We're in one-shot range now. That's not looking good. especially since his last slot can just decide to kill us. So much so I should probably start trying to mana drain and attack steal it, since we can easily just kill his first slot. And the first slot actually can't kill us with his ability. Unless it just gets lucky cascade, which can happen, of course. I did not want explosion there. No! Rip. Oh gosh, this place is annoying. Let's see. We'll try resummoning some. We can theoretically win with 3 of it into Legends. That's not the advised way to win the final battle. It is possible to win that way. Okay, let's go get another resummon. And hopefully not get him killed. Come on now. We're going to need so much luck off of Death Mark for the final battle. If we're going to try to win with triple of him. We do have 1 Impervious to deal with too, which is going to be a really big meat shield that we can't really get by easily. I think it's in first slot too, which is going to be really annoying. Because the start of the battle already starts with the thing that's hardest counter to this team at that point. Okay, we're not frozen on blue, so we just grab blue to extra turn skull. Which is not even extra turn, because we lose our turn. We're not frozen on purple, so I guess we could actually take that over. Well, we don't actually need the mana, so I'm just going to grab it. Okay, I need you to resummon. So we'll try it. Unfortunately, it did not land. So we might have to go with just 2. Do we risk it? I think we just try killing. No! Wait, what? Oh, gosh. It didn't extra turn because of the freeze that was on us. Fail. There we go. Okay, this is going to be weird. Ugh. We got to win final battle with pure Death Mark luck. And the problem is the first slot has immune to Death Mark. Which is not a good combination. Oh, actually 2 of them have immune to Death Mark. I forgot. Chaos Sound does too. That's even worse. I forgot there's 2 immunes, not 1. First and third slot both have it. Okay, we need... How much luck do we need here? All of it. Go, extra turn. Or summon, that works too. Okay, we got a full team now. Nice. That's going to help ever so small amount. Okay, I need you to hit AoE into 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 AoE about 8 times. Actually, more than 8. We need to do that 10 times. Go. Okay, so far we hit 0. Good job. Gotta do that 10 more times. No, not that, but the actual AoE. Which means we have to cast her like 30 times and somehow not die. That's probably the game plan at this point. Because I really see no other strategy forward. Let's see. Take that over. And he already got an attack steal. Wonderful. At least it's not our first slot that got stolen. What do we grab here? I think we just go for some skulls. Nice, we actually got it. I forgot, lucky enough, we can still win this. It's not over. It's not over till we have 0 troops. Good. We can just recast. Night Raid into an extra turn skull. Nice. And then we can just grab this over here and then go for skull spam again. I can try for Sky Blue over there too if I want that next turn. Of course, he still has Adjel, so that's annoying. What do we grab here? Actually, I want to go for this. Because he's just going to double stuff, and this actually prevents him from doing so. Or we get a summon, and that works out perfectly too. Oh, yeah, you better not AoE. I think I want her to shuffle every single time, so we got a little lucky there. She's getting unlucky as well. Let's see, we'll take that skull. Oh, no, we don't have any attack on our first slot. That's unfortunate. Forgot about that. That's actually going to be really bad. Because I need that first slot to be dead. And I can't do it with any way other than killing out our first slot or AoEing him. Which is not an ideal situation. Also, we have to be really careful. He AoEs us like 3 times we die. I have to do it like 10 times to him. Please get unlucky. That is not unlucky. That's the exact one we need not to have happen. But at this point, I was about to say, it's probably quicker just to let our first slot die. So good. Our first slot dying there was actually beneficial. I'll take a purple there. Please AoE. Actually, no, never mind. We don't even need AoE. Don't AoE. We'll take a skull. No! Agile! Okay, good. We had a follow-up that killed it immediately. Okay, we get Death Mark kill this guy. So I might just want to place a Death Mark on him and then just wait. Because at this point, I don't want to reapply Death Mark so that the Death Mark will actually kill him ideally. So now we need to get lucky off a 10% chance per turn that it'll just randomly die. Because what isn't luck-based in this faction? Please just randomly die to Death Mark. If he does within the next few turns, we have a pretty decent chance of actually winning this. If he doesn't, we'll probably lose. It really just comes down to luck. Like everything in the stove. Let's see. Do I skull or do I try resummoning? I'm gonna try resummoning. Oh good, we actually got it. Oh, but should have taken that brown. Luckily, he doesn't really get much value out of it. I'm gonna have to take the skull to refresh it. We'll go for this. Mostly because we would have died otherwise. Okay, good. It's not hitting AoE. I do not want to ever to see an AoE from it. Even mana generation with explosion would be better than it doing an AoE. What do we want? Probably not worth taking mana when we have him in first slot. We need kind of like a meat shield in front. In which case, we should probably just be taking blue and purple and just trying to get AoEs onto him. Good, he did explosion. That's perfectly fine. Just don't do AoE. We need them all and you need none. We'll take that. Good, we got AoE. Don't copy it. We'll take a skull here. Get our Death Mark reapplied. Please, Death Mark, kill him already. At this point, we're just going to kill him with normal skull damage. I'll take the purple over. Grab this and hopefully get lucky. AoE, go. Okay, explosion. That's okay. Take the purple down. Grab another one. Explosion again. Re-Death Marks. Almost dead off of normal skulls. We'll do it again. Nice, and AoE. Come on, keep getting lucky. They'd easily die if it just 2 AoEs us, though. If it does AoE twice, we'd lose. No target, which means it tried resummoning. Useless Doom Skulls, it did nothing. Oh, and of course it gets a perfect shuffle. Oh gosh, that shuffle was the most devastating shuffle I've seen in a while. Like, I think we lost. Especially if he resummons. Oh, and we only have one left. We lost. That's shuffle! That was such a devastating shuffle. Okay, we probably die now. If we get hit by skull or if we get hit by AoE, we die. So, pretty much anything it does will kill us. Let's see. So close, yet so far. Forgetting the final battle was 0 Dementicores, though. We did pretty good. And we died. RIP. Okay, attempt number 1 billion. Well, attempt number 3 is what this is. Eventually, we shall break through. Yeah, this is definitely the most annoying faction in the game. It's not even close. It might even take hardest as well. Okay. So let's try keeping these things alive. Of course, he agiles. Why wouldn't he? Let's just take some manas. Start draining him down. Please attack steal for once. It's always the same exact start. We started that same way every single time. He does either silence or mana drain the first slot, and then the second one steals attack. I want it the other way around, ideally. Alright, we can skull spam since he has his attack reduced. Or he'll go and summon. Let's see, we'll take that. Grab that. Grab a, Oh yeah, rip banner change. I could have changed banner. I keep forgetting that it didn't auto change earlier. Oh well, if we need to keep going, we'll banner change for sure. We should be fine without the banner change. It's not too big a deal without banner change. The only big issue is it makes our last slot gain less mana. Whereas we'd want to be gaining more mana on it. But it helps us skull spam more. So I guess it kind of was a trade-off. Because it actually helped us having the wrong banner. Because we were gaining more yellow. Because right now we're on +2 yellow. Whereas if I would use the other banner, it would only be on +1 yellow. So in a way, it could have kind of helped. Because when we only have this left with her, it actually is a bit better to have double yellow. Compared to single yellow. But I still don't want to minus her. So we will change the banner after. To what I had it as before. It just didn't save when I changed it earlier. But we definitely need to make sure we do so when we switch if we lose again. But hopefully, we're not losing again. Let's see. If we just keep up this amount of luck, that'd be great for the rest of the stove. Starting to get better at it, if nothing else, at least. Or should have taken red into that just to get it off the board. He just gives us some Doom Skulls. That's nice. Which way do we take it? I guess we'll take it that way. Oh, nice. It'll actually turn. Oh, never mind. We already won too. Perfect. Good. So we have a full team. Hopefully I have an easy battle for one of these three. I feel like we keep getting not easy battle. Like, that has red infinite loop, which not only do we not use red, but it's would loop us. This one has Entangle, so 100% we're not doing that. And, oh no! We got stuck having to take a red loop of some kind. Which one's less annoying? They're both about equally annoying. Actually, the lower rarity one almost seems more annoying. And there's no way I'm taking this. We auto lose if we give everything entangled. This gives everything in the future a 3 damage per turn, which is also bad. Oh gosh, there's 2 different ones. Both of those battles give them a flame. Oh, is this the thing that people were talking about yesterday? Yeah, it's possible to have double flame. Theoretically. Only one would trigger, though. Yeah, you could literally give something 2 of flame traits, because there's 2 rooms that have a flame that are somewhat similar. I guess we take this one. Oddly enough, even though it has higher stats, it should be easier, because it has less of a red loop. So we'll take this one. Hello, Fallen! Welcome. Okay, what do we need right off the bat here? Probably need to start getting our steals, so we'll take that. Get an attack steal. Oh, we don't have full mana yet. We'll take a blue then. Take our attack steal here, hopefully. Good, we actually got the attack steal off a 1 in 3 chance. I don't want to skull spam him yet until we zero out that attack. So let's take a purple for now. And take a skull poke just to get it down. Just so he doesn't grab it. Take a blue into it so we get last slot to full mana, though it would have gone full mana regardless, actually, because of enchant. Try attack stealing it to 0. Nope, but a mana drain still is okay. We'll do this and hopefully get something good. AoE's okay. Not sure if that would have been the best thing in that situation. But of course we don't have a choice on what it does. It's completely random. Take a skull, try for purple, didn't get it off the sky. Try attack stealing him again, didn't get it. At least he's silenced until he dies most likely. We could try taking a blue or purple here, so we'll take the blue and try for sky green, didn't get it. He'll do a poke, which is pretty minuscule amount of damage, 95. It will still pressure us some though. Same as this thing with its double poke into Fairy Fire. But it's not as bad as a mana loop at least, so it shouldn't be as intimidating. Get another full AoE, so we got him 2 so far. Unfortunately, his team does create a lot of red. The other one would have too. I had no way of avoiding it because we weren't going to give the enemy Entangle. That's definitely not going to happen. That would have been way worse than these 2 red teams. I'll try that. Unfortunately, we got Explosion, but at least it handled extra turn, so it's not really as big a deal. We'll try attack stealing that, but we got Mana Drain. That's also fine. I guess we try attack stealing it again. Now we can go for skulls right here. Or take purple. Actually, purple's fine too. I don't have a cascade for it, but we'll just manually take it right there and try for skull. Didn't get it, but at least we still got our manas. Take the skull right there, and that kills him. Now I try to attack steal on this guy before he kills us. And if we can keep these Dementicores alive, they actually can't burn us. Technically, they couldn't even entangle us too. But the main reason I didn't want to give them entangle was more so because towards the later part of the final battle, where most of our team is going to be Chaos Hound like the previous battle. And at that point, he can be entangled. He is immune to a couple things, but entangle is not one of them. Let's see. Well, let's go for that. Unfortunately, did not steal attack. Gotta be careful. We can still lose our first slot if we if we're too careless. So we'll take that, take that. Still want to get that attack steal before he really starts spamming anything on him. Oops, I shouldn't have given him that. Luckily, we agiled it, so that fixed the mistake. We'll try for purple or yellow off the sky. Didn't get it. Let's take a blue here. I'll take another blue. Get that thing to all the way to full mana since we already started on it. And even with -1 blue, it still goes all the way. We'll go for that. Get a jumble. Guess that gives us a poke, and then we win! So, 2 battles down, 0 deaths. So now they have a flame on skull. But it doesn't affect our 2 first slots, at least. It's not as intimidating as the other options. Okay, Nimue I want to avoid because it's skull spam. This has triple damage to blue. Are we using any blue? Yes, our last slot's blue. So we probably want to avoid that. That has infinite blue loop. And this is probably our best bet, because nothing's particularly intimidating here. However, they do have a lot of single pokes, so we just have to make sure we mana drain them a lot. The biggest issue might be Valkyrie feeding them too much blue mana, but of these 4 options, it seems like the weakest. And Final Battle gaining Mortar Brand, I believe, is only 1 additional damage, so it's not even really anything. Because the Final Battle has, yeah, it only has 1 blue, so it only gains 1 attack. So yeah, that should be fine. Let's go into it then. I don't think we need to change anything else. Yeah. Okay, let's go into it. And that's one of the other reasons for changing our banner too. Due to the Madness Storm, we'd kind of want our mana to be a little bit more towards it. So having the +2 purple would definitely be desirable. Might even go to Frozen Banner because of that. Because we're getting so much more of that color onto the board. Because the double storm, that weird double storm thing. Okay, right off the bat, we're going to take Skull. I need to make sure I focus his damage sources, of which he has 3. Of which the most intimidating is his first and last slot. Last slot mostly because it can target anything. It has freeze attached to it. Well, the first one does too. But it also gets to gain magic. Oh, wait, never mind. It only gains magic when it gets to kill. Oh, but it does gain magic every single time it casts. It also has a +1 purple on it, which helps feed everything on the team slightly. Well, not everything, 2 of them. We'll grab that first. We'll take ourselves a full mana off the enchant, so we can just kind of pass our turn right now, as long as we take a safe move, so we'll take that. Right here, we'll take this greens, then we take Skull, just to pressure him a bit, and then we'll start casting some actual other abilities, or not, never mind. Take another Skull. How about now? Now we can go and try disabling him with a mana drain, or silence, that works too. Don't double silence him. At least do something different. Attack, steal, or mana drain would have been better there. All it did was refresh the silence we literally just put on it. Okay, I think it's still too early to do this. I want to wait until we have at least 1 troop dead, or he has 0 attack on his first slot, or really close. At least 1 attack steal, if nothing else, before we bother casting that. So we'll take a blue there. Hopefully get something good out of this. Shuffle, not so much. We'll just have to take that green, see if we have any other extra turns. Grab them if we do. And what else do we have? Anything? I think I should take a purple just because it's so close to full mana already. So we'll grab that. And now we'll go for... I'm not sure if I want to do anything to his first slot just because he's one-shot range. So we'll attack steal that. Now I kind of want to do it because we have a 2 in 30 chance of draining him. Or at least preventing him from doing that ability. Got silence again. I'd rather get a mana drain though. That'll delay him for longer. Because the second he gets on silence, he gets to cast. Which if he hits first slot would be really bad. Okay, our first slot might die. That is problematic. Wouldn't be the end of the world, but I definitely want to have at least 1 of him for final battle if we can help it. So I'll take this over. Good, he did not hit first slot. So we kind of wasted that ability for the most part. So that's good for us. We'll take that then. And now we have 2 of these to go cast. We'll start hitting his second slot then. Got a silence on it. Still need to deal with his first slot. Still don't have the skull for it. At this point, I might just have to cast this and just hope we get a skull. Or that will happen. That works too. So we'll take this Browns to get off the board and get skull there. He does not take the other skull, but he does get the kill, which is very unfortunate, but it was bound to probably die anyways. So now we can start casting this. He has 0 attack on his first slot right now. So we'll try getting a resummon. And that would be a great time to try to get that resummon. Because he can't actually really touch us with skulls for the most part. Let's see. What do we even want here? I'll grab that. Take the purple over. Grab the other purple. Grab a other purple. Do we want Skull Poke? I guess we can go for Skull Poke. Or we can just let him have it at this point. I guess I grab it. Now we need to start focusing on this Manus that we need. So we'll grab that. He'll poke us back for 0. Great number to be seeing him do. Please summon. Yeah, okay, we got our summon. Okay, now we can start playing normally again. Grab that, grab that. Go for the thing over here. Nice AoE. Go and drain that out. Or at least can you please stop silencing? Drain would be so much better in these instances. I don't want to sacrifice our first slot yet, so I'll wait until we get attacked. Oh, wait, never mind. We already attacked Stolen. Never mind. We can go with Skull Spam if we want. Oh, no! We were frozen! No! I'll take that over for now. Grab all those blues, since we're not frozen on that. Take the purple over there. This is a leak into the other one. Should probably take another purple just to get that full mana right now before we do anything else. Actually, we'll take the blue. As long as it surges, which it did, we'll get full mana. What do we do here? I think we try for an AoE hit. As not an AoE hit. Skull would also work, of which we also don't have. I don't want him to poke us, but we kind of have to let him. Yep, he gets it. Which is very unfortunate, because he's probably going to die again, which means we need to go resummon with the other one again. And until he dies, he's actually blocking all of our mana, which is not a good combination of factors. I guess we'll take this and just hope. Well, actually, never mind. You don't even need to be doing that. But this is not mana blocking now. Until he dies. Actually, I might just have to cast right now just to waste our turn. Otherwise, he will skull poke us anyways. Oh yeah, duh. Forgot. He has 0 attack. Wouldn't have even mattered. I should have just let him skull poke us. Forgot we already reduced down to 0. I'll take this purple for now. Grab ourselves the red there. Grab ourselves the green. That gives us a few options. Nice. That will leave there for now. I can try resummoning. I'm tempted to, but its skull backlash will be really, really hard. So if we could get attack steal here, that'd be great. Perfect. I'm going to risk it. Ooh, the risk did not pay off. That hurts. We might be right back in the same situation we were the previous time. Where we get to final battle with only two of them. Oh, yep. Oh, nope, nope. Still alive. Barely. Those in one-shot range, which is most like, yep, gonna die too. Yep. Let's see, we'll move that over. Try getting resummoned while we still have a slightly lower attack on first slot. We don't have any way to lower it anymore. Alright, we'll try for resummon now, just hope it doesn't miss. And it misses. Can you not miss? Or like auto lose the second you miss. And it's over, obviously. RIP. Okay, let's make sure we change our banner this time. I think we might actually go frozen banner. I almost want to get more into the final slot there. Oh yeah, we're out of sigils. Well, looks like we're buying it 8 times. And at this point, I wouldn't really mind the extra stats. There we go. We bought up 8 times, which is, how many gems is that? That's a total of 2,710 gems is how much we spent on it so far. Okay, 3 more attempts. Okay, let me make sure I change banner. What banner do we want to go for? There's a couple different ways we can go about it. Let's see. What is every minus banner that is minus red or minus brown? Let's see. No. No. Yes. No. Why is the banner not to the storm? But yeah, I think the most optimal would be a +2 purple, +1 blue. That does not exist. So I'm somewhat tempted to go to the +1 blue, or +2 blue, +1 purple. Alternatively, we can go for what I mentioned earlier, the +2 purple, +1 yellow. Which actually, I guess we'll go for that, because that helps hounds if we happen to lose both our Demanticores. It allows us to 2-turn hounds. 3 times Demanticore with Chaos Hound. I kind of want Lyraza on my team. Mostly because the AoE pokes. But I guess we could try going in all in the Demanticore method to make sure that we keep at least 1 for the final battle. That or even move for up some to make sure that we keep the Demanticore for the final battle. Because we have to reach the final battle with 1. But ideally, the way I want to reach final battle is Chaos Hound, Demanticore, Chaos Hound, Lyraza. Because it'll allow us to pressure, and then we can start Deathmark killing. But I guess we can still get the Deathmark kills regardless, because Chaos Hound can always resummon the first. I think I want to try it like this one more time, just with the correct banner now. See how it goes, and then go from there. But yeah, this is optimal banner now. A +2 purple, +1 yellow. This gives +1 yellow to the Hounds when he is the only thing left. And it will also give us the +2 purple, which we need for everything else that isn't Hound. Okay, right off the bat. Let's see. I feel like you would want to run at least 1 Hound. Like, 1 of each other than the Troll seems to be a decent strategy. Just so you can go to the final battle with 1 of each, ideally. What do we even want here? Why does it all look bad? Everything gives them skull. Even taking out red because the brown cascade into skull there. I'm just going to take this yellow, I guess. Gets the skull out of it, but so do we. And of course he agiles, because why wouldn't he? Seriously, can you not do like a silence every single start of battle? That'd be great. Is this one attack steal again? Okay, good. Actually, that's not good. I would have preferred it to attack steal. At least it did something else for once. What do we even go for here? Let's take the yellow for now. Grab our green. Take the blue over. Grab the other blue. Take the purple there. Take a skull poke. And what was the banner again? Just double checking. It's +3 purple total into a +1 yellow. Seems nice. That's why we were gaining +2 earlier. I was going to say. It's because we had the other +1 into it. Oh, we'll take that. We'll get the thing right over there. Oh, wait, never mind. No, we weren't. Now, what banner were we running prior to this? I actually completely forget now already. But whatever we're running now is fine. Because that's the +1, and then we have +3 purple. I'm not sure what I want right now. I kind of want to try AoEing him. That's why I'm hesitating. I think we'll take it on there first. Whoa, that Cascade was lucky. And he got an attack out of it. Okay, we definitely want to AoE him then. Good, we got it. Should have just done that in the first place, and he wouldn't have stolen that attack. At least now that attack is completely wasted since it's not on anything. And then we got attack reduction on him. Nice. Let's take a skull down there. Take another skull, but now we have to deal with attack value again. What else do we want? Take a blue for now. Of which we don't have any additional mana towards because we did change the banner. Or at least it's better than having -1 towards it. 2 skulls here. I guess we're going to have to take one. Could have tried for attack steal, but percent chance is too inconsistent. Let's try getting the other one to full mana now. And then we'll have double cast to mess around with. Also blocks the last slot less, which works out quite well. So we'll do that. We'll go and try stealing his attack, or silence works, I guess. Though his double link thing would actually probably help us more than it would hurt us. Okay, nice. Now attack steal. Could we ever get it on first slot though, rather than second slot? That'd be great. Okay, we'll take this blues over. That gives us gold to kill him. And now we win. Right? Yep, that's the kill. There we go. Okay, first battle done. No casualties. Let's keep that up until the entire delve. It's going to be a juicy redeem code when we finally hand it out. Oh, good. We got a pet that I actually need. Maybe we might need to take a delve break to go do that. Because I'm pretty sure I don't have all the copies of it yet. Yeah, I still need 2 more. Quick delve... excuse me. Quick delve break. Let me change my class to... where to go? I want to go level Hierophant. Let's go get 2 more copies of this thing, hopefully. This will only take minutes compared to the delve. Let's see. We'll take that. Grab the thing. Also, I actually was almost kidding when I said the amount of time it would take to do the Pure Faction would probably be longer than the total amount of time it would take to reach Pure Faction. But as far as how much time we took today to reach Pure Faction, it took 1 hour and 50 minutes. We've been farming it for 1 hour and still have not completed it. So when I was joking earlier, I was apparently not joking. Let's see. I'll take a skill there. If we spend another hour on it, we basically spent more time today doing the faction than doing Pure Faction than not doing Pure Faction. Nap time, no. It's not over till it's over. And even once it's over, we need to go record the video going over teams now that we've messed with everything already and done Pure Faction. It'd be a great time to do so. We'll just take that for now. Giving the enemy skulls in a battle like this doesn't matter. In delves it does. In this game mode it doesn't at all. If anything is strategic, so it doesn't do a natural cast, which takes more time. Like that. Yeah, primaries are next Saturday, my state. Also, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it the primaries right now for New Hampshire? But yeah, honestly, at this point, I'm not even sure who I'm voting for. If I'm even going to vote at all. Because Andrew Yang dropped out, who was my first vote. Telsey has less of a chance than Andrew Yang has, even though she hasn't dropped out yet. Who would have been my second vote. And Bernie Sanders would probably be my third vote. But it almost seems like they're going to go do a contested convention and cheat him out of the nomination, even if he gets the most amount of votes. Because during the most recent debate, I can't believe that every single candidate, except for Bernie Sanders, said that votes do not matter. Like, they would literally do a contested convention to give someone a nomination who didn't get the most votes. Yet they complained with Hillary that she got the popular vote, and then Trump won the Electoral College. Yet they're going to pull almost the exact same method to probably make sure Bernie doesn't get the nomination, even if he gets the most amount of votes. Which is absurd. And there's no way he's going to get 50% to be able to get it without a contested convention. Just because there's too many candidates in the race. Let's see. We'll take the gold. What do we grab here? We'll grab a green over there. Take a red or green here, which we have no option. Stick around for now. Yeah, if they do a contested convention, if Bernie does win with the most amount of votes, or, you know, gets the most delegates, gets the most amount of votes, and they do a contested convention to make sure he's not the nomination, Trump won. Like, you don't even need to, like, vote in November. Trump already won. Like, it's, like, just let Bernie be the nominee. And if he loses, he loses. But if Bernie wins the popular vote and they don't make him the nominee, that is just absurd. Yeah, we're still recording. We're going until we finish Pure Faction. We're just taking a break right now to go do pet. Let's see. I'll take the gold. We'll grab a, what do we even take here? We'll grab the purple over there. Get our destroy. Actually, we'll grab gold first. Let's see. Yeah, we have key damage, so we'll just take it for extra turn. We'll just ignore the skull. I keep, like, paying attention to every single skull because I still have, like, the delve mindset right now. Even though we're not doing delves at the moment. Though we're going back to it in a second as soon as we finish out this pack. I just wanted to do it so we wouldn't forget about it. Because I still need 2 more copies of it to complete it out. Let's see. I'll grab that. Take that over. Get our destroy down. And then key to key. And it should hopefully be enough damage to kill it out. Oh good, he actually gives us a summon to give us our guarantee extra turn, even though that wouldn't have been enough damage, which it wouldn't have been. Even though we got a kill there, the way that key works is you have to get a kill on its initial damage, not off its 5 poke. The 5 poke that it does, if it secures the kill, does not net you an extra turn. It only checks for the extra turn when you do the initial damage. So even if you kill with the 5 damage, it will not extra turn you. Which is an interesting mechanic with key. Just because the order in which it checks for extra turn. It checks after it does this damage. It does not check when it does the 5 damage. Because it does it in order of doing this damage, then it checks for extra turn, then it does 5 damage. So it checks for the extra turn prior to the 5 damage being applied. So even if you get a kill with key, if it's done off the 5 damage, it does not net extra turn. Very rarely does that happen. Though if that goblin wasn't in first slot, it would have happened that battle. Though the reason we still got the extra turn because of course we killed the goblin that was in first slot. What do we grab here? I'll take the gold there, take the brown. Your name? I have no clue how to pronounce that name, which is why I haven't said it yet. Yanyi, I think it is. Hopefully I didn't butcher it too much. Are Wrath and Death and War still worth crafting anymore? No. Were they ever? For the most part. Wrath you wouldn't because it's a legend. So generally you don't want to go out of your way to craft legends. Dragon Soul and Queen Titania and maybe Yogwe are the only few legends that are worth ever crafting. And as far as War and Death, no. They are a little bit harder to obtain in that you can never get them off event keys because they don't belong to any kingdom. However, they're not really worth crafting. None of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are really worth it, of which are War, Plague, Death, and Famine. Famine's probably still the most relevant of them, but he's been nerfed so many times in the past that he's not really viable in the current state of the game. Though of the 4 horsemen, he's probably the most viable of them. But the 4 horsemen you don't really ever bother going out of your way for until like the very, very end, once you have almost everything in the game. And the main reason for that is they're not associated to any kingdom. And because they're not associated to any kingdom, you're not going to be able to get any kingdom progress, so it doesn't count as one of the mythics towards getting a 10-star kingdom, or it doesn't count as one of the troops to getting more stars in general. So generally you don't want to get any of the apocalypse troops until you absolutely have to, or if you just randomly get them off of drops. Because not only are they rather useless troops, they don't even help you for kingdom upgrading. Because at least some mythics could be useless, but at least they help you for a kingdom upgrade. Also, please give us 2 pets. Yeah, we got it! We got Pudding Max, and I actually do want to do this because this is a permanent +1 mastery. And while that permanent +1 mastery is going to give us like a 0.00% chance, sorry, 0.0001% chance or something of having extra Brown Surge chance, it is still technically nothing more than nothing. But yeah, there's a bunch of decimals behind this number, even though it shows as a whole number. And for that reason, we need to go get them leveled. Because I believe we get +2 Brown. It's either +1 or +2. I believe we get +2 for this level. I think it goes +1 for all the levels except the final level, which is 2. So let's go get this guy maxed. All we need was 2 copies and we got 3, so that worked out quite conveniently. So now we permanently have +2 brown mastery, which is like a decimal of a decimal percent a higher chance to brown surge, but still it's better than nothing. And it applies to every battle we ever do. So there we go. Also, we're almost out of white pet food again. Need to make sure we do every pet we ever see. But there we go. A maxed out pudding. Okay, anyways. And we named it Muck after the Pokemon. Anyways, let's go grab our 5 gems from that. And back to faction now. With an extra boosted chance to surge on brown that we don't even use on this team at all. Oops, that's adventure board. We don't want that. We want to go back to delving. Okay, where were we? Battle number 2. Oh, good. We finally got an easy one. We got 3 pirates with a Bonnie. Oh, no. Bonnie might be annoying, though. How much damage does Bonnie hit? She'll have, let's see. How much will Bonnie hit? It's 100 plus 81. She'll hit 181 damage. That will 2-shot us. And she starts with half mana. Ouch. Though her first hit won't really hit that hard. But every subsequent hit will. I'm not sure if I want to do that. I think we do. Just because it'll probably be the easiest still. But that's a pretty big liability. Though we can just keep draining her, I guess, and silencing her. She doesn't have immune to silence, right? No, she doesn't. Never mind. So we could probably just silence spam her. She should be pretty decently easy then. Because all we really have to do is, like, attack, steal the pirate, then mana drain her like crazy, and then we probably have enough attacks to, like, start one-shotting them with the Manticore. So yeah, we'll go with this one. Nope, we still haven't been able to do Pure Faction. We keep getting really unlucky to random stuff. Normally to a shuffle going bad or something going bad. We gotten really close multiple times. I think it's our 4th attempt, right? 3rd or 4th. Do I drain her immediately? Or do we want... actually, I'm going to try draining her. Or at least to get silence in this case. And the reason I went for that first is I just didn't want to get her poke on us. If we can help it. Trying to minimize how much damage she does. So we can try keeping the barriers on everything. Since, of course, we do get to start with barrier. Okay, now we'll go in first slot since he's about to cast anyways. We got an attack steal. Which does allow him to attack buff everything. Which is a little bit annoying. But we have enough attack steal that hopefully we can just keep it down. I'm going to do it for Bonnie here. And drain her mana down so she doesn't poke us. Go for one of these into an AoE. And then we just keep cycling these two again. So he's going to go do a thing with that and keep attack buffing. That is slightly concerning. I might actually go for this prior. Ooh, a miss. Stuff like that, when that misses, that really goes and becomes a pretty big negative for these battles as far as backfiring. Whenever that ends up missing completely like that. Oh, that was a really good extra turn there, though. We can stop him from gaining additional attack. And then go for attack steal on him. But before we do, we'll grab that poke. Should probably just taking a skull because we just gave him extra turn off of that. But we couldn't see it from sky, so we didn't really know that would happen. Go try attack stealing him, and we did get it. Nice. And as I mentioned, we'd pretty much get up to a one-shot score range. We're almost there. I think we need one more. What do we even want to go do here? I guess we just go for this and try re-mana drain rating, though an AoE also works. Do I want to go drain him? I guess we drain him. So we'll do that. Of course, we get attack steal when we don't actually want it. But I guess that's fine. Nothing else. His skull value is pretty low now. But he's just going to regain it back when he does his ability. Try for blue off the sky. We actually did land it. We'll take a skull here. Hopefully it doesn't give him anything. And it does. Ooh, that's a pretty big skull hit. Gotta be really careful now. I can one-shot him with skulls, but so can he. He can one-shot me back. Do I try for a random skull chance? There's 2 spots where it's favorable for him, 1 where it's favorable for me. That doesn't seem like a good trade-off. So I'm just gonna take this. It's a safer bet. Take that. Grab a... I can take this green and try for sky. Actually, I could take the blue and try for it too, which is a better option. Didn't get it. Though luckily he didn't either. I don't have anything I could take there for a Cascade, so we can't do that. I'm not going to risk casting that ability. I don't have a Cascade there, so I'm just going to take a safe yellow, I think, at this point. Grab that. Didn't get Sky purple, unfortunately. We'll take another yellow over here. Let me actually go attack reduce him. Is that enough to make sure he doesn't kill? Yes, it is. Please attack. Reduce. Nope, it's silenced. Yeah, how much gold does they have? I need to double check. 69. Which means Bonnie will currently do not enough damage. Whatever 69 plus 85 is. Okay, we can't take a skull there. That will give him a skull. Oh no. Do I need to cast this to not give him anything? Well, I can take this brown. And this green. But this brown's probably the better bet because we actually have skull chance. Higher chance it gives him in something in favor. But there's a good chance nothing will happen. And nothing happens. Good. So we'll take the skull. That one-shot him. And then we take another skull. We one-shot him. And don't you dare take a skull because we do not want to lose the Dementor. No! No! What did I just say? Good. At least we got to resummon immediately. Bonnie, why? Why must you do this to us? Why must we be that unlucky? Okay, can you mana drain or silence, please? Good. Now, can we just get a skull and win? Before we lose another troop. I should have taken that purple. Whoops. Let's see. Take that for now. There we go. Okay. Oh, no, that doesn't win. Because we don't have the highest skull value now. We still need one more poke. We'll try for Sky Skull. Actually, we'll try for AoE. There we go. Enemy skull off its shuffle. Well, unfortunately, we lost one of the cores. But at least we got a resummon. Okay, which one of these is least annoying? None of them? I guess it's this one? Though Medea is probably annoying on that one. Do I risk goblins? Probably not. What's the annoying thing on this one? If we can disable... Does this thing have immune to silence? No. I might just do this battle. The only big concern is Nyx with a blue storm. Blue-purple storm that we're naturally going to have every turn will really help that battle for him. This is too dangerous, mostly because of the true damage off of Spectral Knight. This one, my biggest concern is Medea. The Medea with the sacrifice isn't as bad, but the Medea in that kind of composition is a bit worse. And goblins will just auto-win out of nowhere, so I should probably avoid that one. I'm almost leaning towards this. The only real big concern with this is blue-purple storm helps him a lot. I think it is our best bet. And explosion ruins our starting board. What's new? Okay, what do we want? Let's grab purple first. Get that to full. Attack, steal him. Silence, I guess, also works. Oh, yeah, he can submerge our full AoE. That is not going to happen too often. Good, we got an attack steal. Fortunately, it's not in first slot, though. But, oh yeah, we can still Death Mark randomly kill, too. I don't think anything on that team even has immune to Death Mark. So we can slowly chip them down that way. That would work. Let's start draining you. Silence works, too. Should probably also disable his last slot. Let's see. We'll grab the alpha bottom there. Grab a... we'll do it on you just because I don't want you to do anything. And, of course, you get the cleanse. So I almost want to go skull poke him real quick. We'll try for a shuffle. Didn't end up getting it out of it, though. Pretty unlucky shuffle, actually. We'll take that for now, I guess. Grab that little bit of mana. Take the other yellow. Hopefully it doesn't give him a skull. Good. We'll take the brown right over there. Grab a another thing with that. Probably try draining it or silencing it. Got to drain. Nice. And I think has immune to either of them on this team. Used to think that thing had it, but no, it doesn't. Not sure if it used to. I think I'm thinking of one of the other ones. They're like Nyx, but isn't Nyx. Yeah, it's probably the green one. The brown purple that creates green, I believe, has it because it counts as a elf, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go drain that so it doesn't get a bunch of blue or drain us. Speaking of mana drain it before it drains us. Please die to Death Mark. You have way too much durability to the point where Death Mark's going to be the only realistic way for us to kill you. What do we even want here? I can't believe how annoying this faction is. I don't know. How many attempts have people gone to? I've heard 0. I've heard a few. Has anyone done a dozen attempts yet? That can't be the only one. No, we're only at our 4th attempt right now. I think it's 3rd or 4th. I think it's 4th. What do we even want here? I guess I mana drain him. Got attack reduction. That also works. At least he can't poke us with skulls until he dies to Death Mark. So that will help us disable everything else out. And also to stack up his attack. I'll take the yellow right over there. You think it took you 15? Oh gosh, it better not take me 15. We're not stopping till we get it though. There is a possibility we might have to do it at tonight's stream. Let's see. We'll turn to that for now. If we don't get it done within like the next half an hour, I might just do it tonight. If we don't get it done by next attempt, if we don't get it done this attempt or next attempt, we'll probably do it tonight. Because that would be 5 attempts at that point. And then we'll keep going till we get it tonight, ideally. What do we even want here? Hopefully we'll be able to get it now. Should be able to. Another attack steal, which is beneficial even though it's not on his first slot. Because if our first slot was to die at this point, we can kind of just do that. Okay, I'm actually going to try for skulls. Of course you summon. Because I want to get Death Mark on him. And with that Death Mark, hopefully he'll finally decide to die. We've had about like 10 to 15, 10% chances on him, and he hasn't hit a single one yet. Oh, what do we even want here? I guess we reapply the Death Mark. I'll take a purple for now. Take our blues that we need, then go for the other purple. Go for an attack steal onto the Nyx. Unfortunately, mana drains when he doesn't even have any mana. Take the yellow over. Grab a... Oh, what else do we even want? How much else looks too desirable? I guess we'll just take a blue. I'm going to be spamming this one a bit more. So again, AoE right there. Oh no, I don't have a mana drain or something for it. It's going to drain us. For that, let me go get a reapply on the Death Mark. Can you please stop summoning? Let's see. I say that now. I'm going to need your summons later. We're going to like zero out all the attacks by the time we get this first slot kill. He's going to have 1,000 HP by the time we get that first slot kill off of Death Mark. So many random factors. I'm remarkably calm. Oh yeah, I never get angry. Like, there's almost nothing that gets me angry. Sometimes frustrated at things, but like, I almost never feel anger. Especially towards video games. Board games are a different story, though. The main thing I hate about board games is there's not like a set rule set. Like, board games that are like a really, really set rule set, like some card games and stuff, like, I don't mind. But anything that has like house rules or anything that actually has cheating as a mechanic, or anything where the rules are so complicated that you can't explain it within like a minute or less, I would find as a frustrating board game. But it's one of the reasons I tend to like video games more, because it has like a really standard rule set that you can't really cheat other than glitches, which are just surprise mechanics you could end up using. But I don't know, I hate board games in that regard. Like, there are some that I can really enjoy. The ones that are set up like that just really frustrate me. Let's see. I never feel anger. Are you human? I don't know. I just never normally feel anger. Let's see. We'll grab a, what do I even want right now? I still want him to die to that Death Mark if he ever chooses to do so. At this point, we could go 30 turns and he might still not die to that Death Mark. Though us applying that skull does keep resetting it so he has a 1 turn to not die. However, this turn right now he could have died. And now his next turn he could have died. And every other turn like that he could have died. There we go, finally! That took how many attempts? 20, 30 Death Mark attempts for him to get down? With a 10% chance each time. But so far so good. If we can keep this in the final battle, we should be set. Isn't this our second to last battle? We're actually in the clear if this is our second to last battle. Or at least for a pretty good attempt on the final battle. It'll be the first time we bring Dementor into final. And honestly, if you bring him into final battle, you should be able to win. I say that and we're probably going to lose. But as long as I don't, like, royally mess up something, I think we should be fine. As long as we can... Of course. You got to be careful. He doesn't have 0 attack anymore. Well, we should be fine. As long as we get the resummon and we have Dementor for final battle. Oh, nice. Another Death Mark kill. Perfect. I need to start grabbing yellow and stuff, though. I need to start spamming... Oh, no. I need that not to hit my last slot. Good. Let's silence that. Take a brown over there. You need full mana. Please explode. Good. Exactly what we needed, actually. I'm going to do this. There goes our barrier, unfortunately. I'm going to go for this and get a resummon, hopefully. He skull pokes us. We'll skull poke him back. Actually, do I do that and leave it for the purple? No, I'll just go to poke him. Okay, we got a problem here. I might not get resummon. And I do need resummon, ideally. Let's see. We'll take the yellow. I ideally want a attack steal here. No, mana drain works too, though. Attack steal would have been better in this situation, though. I'll try for purple sky. I didn't get it. Come on, we need the last little bit of that mana. Skull. Does that skull kill? I actually want it not to kill. To kill or not to kill? Should we kill him right now? I'm not sure. Do we kill or not kill? I'm actually leaning towards not kill and try for a resummon. The only issue with that is 1 in 3 chance. It's a lot safer to kill right now. But final battle's harder if we don't kill. I'm just not sure if he's going to get another kill. I think I'm going to actually not kill. And just hope we get lucky with this. Up. Well, that decided it for me. Apparently we kill. Our not kill option killed it. Good job. Well then. Okay, well we reach final battle with 1 of each. I'm fine with that. This is the first time we bring Dementor in the final battle. So we have more of a chance than we had any other attempt. Plus we have correct banner now. Which of course we're running +2 purple, +1 yellow. There's a few different banners you can actually go for that'd be viable. But as long as you're running +2 into one of her 2 colors, blue or purple, that she creates off a storm, it'll probably be fine. And the +1 is to make sure that when we only have Chaos Hounds, which is definitely going to happen at some point in this battle, that it has 2 turn full mana by taking one of them off a yellow surge. Or even just taking a yellow if you surge on green instead. But anyways, let's hopefully win. Should we go for the immediate summon attempt? Probably not, because I want to drain him first and attack on first slot if we can. So we're going to do that immediately, hopefully. Go, attack steal. Ooh, that's not an attack steal. Well, that already set us back some. Nice little AoE, though. Let's see. We'll take purple. I need that attack steal before I try pressuring him. He better not attack steal us, though. That'd be really bad. Can you please not silence the thing that has impervious? That'd be great. Skull or not the skull? I guess we'll skull. At this point, I kind of want to cast. But at this point, I think we should also just attack steal with him. So please just silence our first slot. You know you want to. Okay, silence last slot, which I guess also isn't as intimidating. First slot would have been better because it's impervious, but I guess that works too. Please attack steal. Go. Nope. A mana drain. Which he had 0 mana. Of course. Let's see. I'll take the purple. Oh, that's a problematic. Do we let him scope poke us? He didn't even go for it. Okay, we'll grab blue to skull. And try for sky skull there. Unless we have an extra turn anyways. I don't see it though. Oh yeah, we don't gain mana from it, but we still have sky skull chance. Didn't get it though. We'll take this other one, just so he doesn't get it. Does give him a skull chance, but hopefully he doesn't land it. Oh! He cascaded it. That's bad already. Do I want to mana drain this? I think the answer is actually no. Instead, we just go for another disable. Can you please do something correct? He hasn't done anything useful this entire battle. 0 attack steals after 3 casts. Please attack steal. Seriously, you do realize you have attack steal. Well, bringing him in the final battle didn't help much. Let's see. Can you please attack steal? Finally! And now he's going to attack steal us back. Yep! Of course. Well then. That didn't last long. We got it, but so did he. Rip. And he steals more attack than we steal from him. Let's see. Skull. Oh, he's already dead. Well, that was helpful. Let's see. Well, we're back where we were. This is still winnable. Though a lot less likely. If he's going to be that unlucky to us. That is still winnable. Let's see. We'll throw that down. Nice little AoE. He'll double a bunch of mana that we actually use. I guess we just cast this and hope we get a summon. But before we do, let's go for that first. Which gives us recast pretty much off this board. Did I take grab that skull? I think I do. And then we try def marking the other one. Problem though, we're going to die to a skull. I have nothing I can do against that unless we just shuffle into a better board or explode. So I guess we'll try for it. We have no skull now, but at least we don't die. What do I want now? I want to give him something that doesn't give him a skull. Or do something that doesn't give him a skull. Or even a chance at it. ideally. So we'll take this blue for now. Oh, whoops. As I literally give him a skull, I didn't even realize that one right there fail. Luckily, he didn't actually grab it. What do we grab here? I'll take a blue for now. He'll silence my last slot, which is really bad. Which basically means I should just cast this at this point. And it backfires, but he doesn't have enough damage to kill at least. But we do. Well then. Can we grab a green without giving him something? Or yellow? Yes, we can take this one. And he still gets off the cascade, of course. Okay, so we have one left, and we probably lose. Round 5. Oh gosh, this better not take us all weekend. But yeah, this is the most annoying and hardest delve in the game. We'll just call it now. Just because of how random it is. It is too random. Which we already knew going into this. But feeling it is a different experience. Well, we lost, of course. Round 5? Is anyone keeping track at this point? I think it's 5. It's 4 or 5. But anyways, this is the last attempt we'll do this stream. Also, we'll hand out a code after regardless, but we'll hand out the big code when we finally do get pure faction. We'll hand out small code if we don't get pure faction. But we'll do one more attempt for now. And flip all the tables. All good though. But let's go get this. Try to attack steal, didn't get it. What else do we even go for here? We'll take a we'll take the blue to yellow right over there. What else do we want? We'll grab everything else we'll kind of leave as is. We'll take skull there. Grab ourselves a attack steal, please. Or a drain, that works too, given that he's about to do ability. As long as you don't try silencing him constantly. But that was a really, really, really absurdly unlucky Dementor for final battle. I was not expecting it to get that unlucky. Otherwise, I would have started targeting like the last slot or something. But he had like 4 or 5 casts with 0 attack still. And he kept trying to silence something that had immune to silence. Not even mana draining, but silencing it, which would do nothing. Literally nothing. As it's trying to do right now again. But it's not as consequential for this battle, at least. Though the other thing that kind of messed us up was just randomly dying to that one pirate. Like, that skull definitely did not need to happen. It was out of pure luck on the AI's part, though. It was out of the board, so we had no way of knowing it would have happened. And there weren't even really any skulls near it. It just kind of happened out of nowhere. Also, the enemy just got resummoned. That's the first time I saw the enemy get a resummon on it. Of course, the enemy has the mechanic, too. That could be really annoying for the final battle. It hasn't really gotten us yet on the final battle, but it's definitely can. The AI gets lucky and decides to go for it. Normally, the skull spams us and is annoying that way. I should have taken blue. Could have gone free blue with that. As I say that, he's going to summon like every single time now. I should almost keep it alive just because it's such a low skull damage. Let's see. We'll go and try getting something on that. Get a silence. Grab purple there. Hopefully get a better ability. We can attack, steal, or mana drain here. Of course, you just re-silence because why would you do something useful? Let's see. We'll grab all the blues there so we can hopefully get explosion. AoE doesn't really help us at all in that situation. At least all the things you just did didn't really help him much. As I say that, he now has a 100% chance of getting that summon. Gosh. He heard me say it, and now he just wants to summon and nothing else. As long as he doesn't on this battle and not the final battle. Get all out of your system. As long as he misses every skull spam he does and only does skull spam for the final ones. But he has to miss them. If he was to do that, we could really easily auto-win final battle. But like many things with this delve, it comes down to pure luck. The best mechanic in Gems of War. Hoping you get pure luck off of everything. This is taking luck just a little bit too far, this faction. They could at least give him like some good options too, but they don't even have like any good option to do off of the luck. Pretty much all bad. Okay, we'll go for that. An AoE, and now 1 skull kills, and there we go. Okay, first one done, no casualties, which is kind of to be expected. If we get a death on first battle, that's pretty sad. It's definitely possible, but also quite depressing. Well, we definitely don't go for that because we don't want to deal with Entangle. That's a bunch of golems. And I feel like this one might be your best bet. However, it does have 2 true damage options. Or sorry, 4 true damage options. Maybe we do want to avoid that one. We don't have any life gain. And that hits through armor. And they have a lot of really low mana cost spells. This thing does have a true damage as well, though. And it's all the way in last slot. But it's randomly hitting, so it's not going to target focus anything. Ancient Golems is targeted randomly, right? It does have a random dispel. We don't have any stats effects, though, do we? Yes, we actually do. Because of potion effects. Yeah, that last slot could be a little annoying. He also has immune to silence. This one also has lower stats. How much true damage are we dealing with here, though? They're pretty high. They're like 80s after the boost ratio. That's enough to 3-shot us. And they can target down and focus. Yeah, I don't think we go for this one. All 4 of them have a really annoying ability. Whereas this one, the most annoying is only the last slot, the Ancient Golem. But we can't silence it. This one would technically be the easiest, but I don't want to have to deal with Entangle for the rest of the Delve. Because while that battle might be easier, the other 2 will be harder. And the other 2 are already going to be harder to begin with, so let's go with this one. Biggest threat is his last slot. Hello, Arkian, welcome. I think the less effective 2 and you'll get good luck. Oh, we'll take that one for now. We already leveled up to 200. We already got the delve to 200. I didn't get the 50%, but we are at 200. Maybe we'll need to pick up the 50% as well. Who knows? 50% wouldn't make too big a difference, though. Like, we're trying to get attack steal. Oh, good. AoE is actually pretty beneficial. Because this last slot's the most annoying thing for us to kill. It's the biggest priority to kill. Not like we have any way to really go about doing it. I'm actually going to take it this way. I don't want to take the red with it just because I don't want to cascade him a skull chance over there. That blue I do need, but it gives him skull chance, so we can't do that. I guess we take a brown over here for now. We'll just do a poke, which does do a decent amount of damage. Better than doing true damage to us, though. I'll take that skull. We'll take the blue there. We'll grab a attack steal, please. Good, finally. Now we can start focusing something else other than him. Like you. And start getting mana drain on you, ideally. Let's see. We'll go for you. We'll shuffle into some manas. Not much of a follow-up, though. I guess we'll take Skull. They have Stone Skin, so can't actually kill it yet. We'll drain you again. Nice, all the way down. I guess we could try grabbing a purple here. We don't have yellow to purple. We just grab the purple. How many backs have we bought? 7. We should be at 7 right now. Let's see. What's our stats at? That would easily tell us. Come on, go to potions. We have bought in 8 potions. What do we grab here? We'll take that for now. Take yellow just so we can double cast that. Do an attack steal onto you because you're next in line. Silence also works decently. You will kill off a death mark. Oh, wait, we can't kill him off a death mark. Well, we can get a high attack value and just kill it that way, I guess. Biggest threat will be the fact that that thing will still be alive at that point. Good, we got attack steal on that. Although I need the first slot doing it more than our second slot. Would be more beneficial to us. A little bit of explosion there. Wish I had auto extra turn. Luckily we did land one. Good, we got more attack for him. Eventually I'm going to run out of attack to steal too. Which will be slightly problematic because he can keep gaining HP, but I won't have attack to keep stealing. Which means I should probably be casting the second slot on things that have 0 attack at this point. Just to make sure it doesn't steal attack that I need from my first slot. Let's see. And at this point all of them have been drained, so we get less value when we do go drain them again. But I still want my first slot being the one that gets it, ideally. Okay, so he has 0 attacks. That's good. Only problem is they still have magic and everything. And we don't have a way to regain our durability. Other than a small regen per turn. Come on, where's all the skulls at? I really don't want to have to use the other ability thing. Good. We got that skull. We can try throwing down the hound. I don't want to yet, though. We might need to at some point in this battle. This board isn't the worst to throw it on. Couple different skull chances. Problem is if it misses... Oh, no, never mind. We don't die. Oh, of course you summon. Of course you summon. Why would you do something useful? Why would RNG factors ever do what we need? I need a yellow here. Oh, perfect. Okay, we'll throw that down. It misses, but we can just follow up a skull pretty heavily. Ooh, unfortunately, that does get a kill. As long as he doesn't get a second kill, we should be fine, though. Get another attack steal. Really high attack on our first slot now. Let's see. We'll throw that down for now. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to skull spam it. Can't really do much with skull. Well, we can. Surprised no one got into skulls since we created skulls on the board. There we go. Okay, we'll try draining you. Good, we actually got it. That's a trap, so we'll take the blue. He falls for the trap. Take the skull down there. I think so annoying when we can't kill a death mark. I didn't want to try getting resummon here. This is actually a pretty good board to do it onto. Oh, should take that purple first. No resummon there, unfortunately. We'll just grab that. Grab our extra turn there. Let's try mana draining him. We only have 1 in 3 chance it does what I want, though. So maybe we press him with damage. Hopefully we'll randomly get his mana. I guess we could try for Sky Skull. Plus we need the mana anyways. So now we need a green or yellow, neither of which are available. I guess we'll try for mana drain here after we take that, which we don't get Cascade on. Of course it silences, which does do nothing. Oh, now we block yellow. It's trying to kill my hound, which would be very bad if that does die. Because then we lose our summon capability. Like, I'm going to do this and hope we get lucky. Not exactly what I meant by lucky. We did hit extra turn skull there, but we didn't get resummoned. Okay, so we got that thing that does annoying damage. We got this thing, which we were able to take care of pretty decently just by spamming Glaceon. So I might go for that one. This thing's going to be annoying because as a summon, it has that annoying Ancient Golem with even more stats. And Dark Monolith can double kill. This one has way too much true damage. And this one has a triple damage. So yeah, we're actually going to have to go Glaceon again. Which normally would be a pretty hard battle to do. But with all the effects that the Dementor does, it's actually not that bad. So we'll grab that. We'll take the... we'll take the purple down. Oh, so this is our last attempt for now. Hopefully we'll get it this attempt, though. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. I'll take that for now. Just to make sure he doesn't. And then we'll attack, steal, or silence or something. Silence, that works. I kind of want to try resummon here, but I want to steal attack before we do, so I'm not going to do it yet. A little bit of an AoE in there. I want purple or yellow, neither of which are available, so let's take some blues. I'll try for double purples drop, or single purple also works into Surge. We'll take the other purple over. He'll poke us, which is bad. Luckily on barrier, so it doesn't actually do any damage yet. And then we get attack, steal right in time. I could try scroll spamming him or try for the summon now. Yeah, we'll try for it. Good, we got summon. Perfect. Now let's keep that alive. We can also Death Mark kill him now if we so choose. But the main thing we need to go do is get a lot of purple mana so we can actually get him up to go drain him or silence him. Because if he gets a cast off, that could be really devastating to us. The blue would be beneficial, but everything else about it pretty bad. We do have him Death Mark now, so now every turn after this turn he can now die. So this next turn he has, he can die on. Here we got a silence. Unfortunately, I believe that might reset the Death Mark as well. It definitely resets the 10% timer thing. I'm not sure if it resets Death Mark. I'm pretty sure it does though. But we'll go take that for now. Good, he does die to Death Mark on the first available turn after that he could have died. So that's really beneficial. That's the most annoying thing on his team. And we now have a full team again. Now let's keep it that way until we reach the final battle. Alright, we'll take that blue for now. He'll do a thing. The spoke system. We'll take the purple down here, except that gives him skull, so we're not going to. Blue is kind of safe as long as it doesn't cascade anything. And it does, of course. Well, we'll go and try getting resummoned then. Yellow or green would be beneficial, neither of which are available, so let's go try draining him. Or try attack stealing him, I mean. So we don't have anything here, so we'll just go grab... I guess we'll move that brown over. Not really much of a good follow-up. I guess we'll take blue and try for explosion. I want to attack steal him before we try skull spamming again. So I need to make sure I try getting that. Too bad that Cascade map can't be exchanged for a better chance at winning this battle. We'll bribe the RNG with the treasure hunt map. There we go. Good, we got an attack steal, so now we can try for a resummon. Before we do, let's go for an explosion or an AoE or something. Good, AoE. I'll take the skull. And since he can't do any multiplier to us at the moment, I guess we will try to resummon here. I did not get it, but I got enough skulls to kill. I gotta be careful because that core can actually die here. But we win in 3 skulls. I still want to try getting summoned though, if we can. Not too big a deal if we can't, but it would be optimal if we can. Silence, so we can't do that ability yet, though that actually wouldn't have mattered too much if he did do that ability. Blue would allow us to have a flash slot, but we can't get it, and he gets a skull poke on us. That's really bad. We need another attack steal on him as immediately as possible. And I have no way of taking mana for it, so let's grab that. Take a blue over here and try for green off the sky. That does give him a skull chance. And he gets it! No! No! Oh, that's unfortunate. I think I'm giving up for now. We have lost to the faction. For now. Now we can still win. It's not over until we have 0 troops. But how RNG based this kingdom is. If you have a single Chaos Hound, you're still in it. You haven't lost until the last Chaos Hound has died. Speaking of that, I should try getting some resummons on him. At least 1, so we at least go to the final battle with 2 troops, if nothing else. I'll try for explosion here, unless we have Cascade drop there. Should have taken the safer move there. But the chance that a skull would have been there was pretty low, especially with a blue-purple storm. Come on. Skulls have even lower chance of dropping in that case. Okay, we didn't win yet. Which is actually beneficial because we can try going for a summon still. Unless he dies too. Could you imagine? Good, we got a resummon. Okay, let's try getting double resummon if we have the durability for it, unless it just decides to kill. Almost. It almost did it again. Please get resummoned. You know you want to. No! Again, we got Alpha Cascade. Oh well. We got 2 of them going into final. Come on, all the luck. We got this. Please get lucky. Do we change our banner, actually? I might change to attack. I'll give him more attack to steal, but we kind of need it since we is our only damage source. Going attack at this point would actually be better than the magic. Let's see, we'll go that. There we go. Okay, let's go 20% mana start, which obviously we still keep into the attack. And come on, pure luck. Oh, wrong game mode. Let's see. Come on, pure luck. It's not over. This would be really sad if this is the way we win. Okay, what do we have? Skull, which unfortunately he has impervious to, but I still grab it just so he doesn't poke us. We grab yellow here. Yes. Let's see. We'll try one of these and hope we get lucky. Good. Really good, actually. Let's go try board clearing or doing something with that. Do we try getting lucky with him again? I think we take the green first and then we do it. Please don't attack steal first slot. Good. What did he even do? He mana drained last slot. That's fine. Let's see. We'll try a purple to blue. Didn't get it off extra turn, but he gives it to us off a sky. I kind of want to take blue here. So I'll take blue and try for yellow sky. Didn't get it. We'll try for this. Got our explosion. Splody splody. Okay, do we take the guarantee skull or do we try gambling with it? I think we take the guarantee. And he takes one as well, but it hits on barrier. Do I risk it? Probably. I don't have a cascade over there. Oh, yes I do. I can grab it right there. Let's grab that first and go for an AoE, hopefully. Nope. But we did get pretty good value from that still. We'll go for it again. Nice. AoE. Killed that first slot, so now we can actually def mark him. This is sad if this is how we win after all this. Let's see. We'll go for this again. AoE again, which is still pretty good damage. More than a skull would do. Actually, more than 2 skulls would do, as long as there's at least 3 of them alive. Definitely when there's 4. I don't like this board prospect for skulls, so I'm just going to pass. We only have 1 in 3 chance for summon. He does explode. That's not too intimidating because the troll is actually not that good. We got a death mark on him. Please kill him immediately with death mark. Can we get that lucky for once? Just immediately get death mark kill. Well, you can't this turn, but the following turn is the first turn you can die to death mark. So do I actually want to take that skull? Doing so would refresh the timer. So I'm actually going to try for explode or jumble. Of course it gives us a skull again. That didn't really help us. We're in the same situation we just were. I think I risk it. Oops, misclick. We'll try it. Got it. Nice. So that refreshed the timer, so he's not going to die next turn. But now he's almost in skull range kill. So we'll grab that. I'll take this. Please die to death mark right now. If I take that skull, he can't die to the death mark. However, I probably should take that skull. But I'll try for even more skulls. Alright, let's just try getting lucky. Good, we got it. Oh, we don't have enough to kill him, though. No, we don't have a follow-up skull. No, and Deathmark can't kill him next turn. There's a 100% chance he does not die next turn to Deathmark. I guess we take green-purple. That gives him a skull, though. I think I can stop him from taking a skull here. Yes, I can take brown, but that doesn't help us any. And taking the purple would help him so he doesn't get anything. In case he does do the double. Oh, and we just randomly get the kill. That works. Nice. We cannot Deathmark this thing. And now he's going to summon like crazy, so we need to deny every single green-blue we see for the rest of this battle, pretty much. If we can help it. Let's see. Which way do we want to take this? I guess we try for Sky Skull. It does make it so we don't have a follow-up skull, but I think it's fine. What do we want? What do we want? Probably should have taken that skull, actually. But now we'll try for it off of Sky. Didn't get it. He did not go for green, oddly enough. He better not go for AoE right here. No! What did I just say? Well, it's not over yet, but it's pretty close to over. If he gets a single summon, we're dead for sure. If we can kill this first slot with pure luck somehow really quickly, we should be fine. We need a lot of luck for that, though. We're also in one-shot range on our Hound, and if he dies, we're dead. Luckily, that shuffle didn't give him anything to kill with. We'll try this and see if we get anything good. Not really. Well, we got a skull poke, but that doesn't help us too much. I don't even have any cascaded mana over there, so we're just going to have to take the skull. Good double skull. Come on, please get the kill. Okay, I need him to do skulls and miss. If the AI does that, we can win. I need him to skull and miss. Not a summon. Though that does make his attack value pretty bad, if nothing else. So we can try utilizing that now, because we don't die in one shot now. So we can actually do some skull spam to try to get resummoned too. Though I don't want to kill him yet, so I'm not going to do that yet. We'll do that. We'll keep spamming this ability and maybe get an AoE or two. While we have a weak attack in first slot, because we don't have any attack reduction now, so that's the only way we really have an attack reduction. Is just let him have that for a little bit. Okay, should I cast now? Or do I go for mana? I think I'll go for mana and try for double purple. Got one. Obviously the guarantee one. Skull, do we take it? I kind of want to, kind of don't want to. We can take purple to skull. It doesn't kill him yet, so I guess we go for it. So close yet so far. Oh, Yanni yay? Nice. Oh, it's 3 syllables. I was kind of doing it as 2 syllables. That's probably why I mispronounced it earlier. Okay, we'll try for blue off the sky. We got it. Can we get an AoE? Oh, AoE is so much value right now. Hold up. We need to just keep trying for AoE. If we get AoE, we could just Deathmark kill last slot and win. That is so much value. Wait. Okay, I'm not going to risk a skull. We need to get as safest skull to get that Deathmark. And then this whole delve comes down to, can we get lucky off a Deathmark kill? Never have I needed Deathmark to kill more than right now. He better not shuffle into Skull. I should stop saying things. He keeps getting exactly what I say every single time. Good. Not good. Okay, good. It didn't get it, though. Okay, this comes down to, does it die to Death Mark? If it does, we win. If it doesn't, we lose. Though actually, we could still win even if it doesn't, but please die to Death Mark. You know you want to. Just die. End this. End this madness. I see why this thing is madness now. This is definitely the most maddening. It is an interesting faction, to say the least. Do I reapply Death Mark? I'm leaning towards no. I could instantly lose if I do this, but I actually feel like trying to skull spam this. There's extra turn there, skull there, skull there, extra turn there, skull, skull. The problem is if we miss, we auto lose. And at this point, I don't think I want to risk it. I think we just take the safe skull. Okay, we're in the same dilemma. Do we risk it? I'm leaning towards no again. I think we just take a blue or purple. Actually, we don't have either. The skull or not the skull. I don't know. I think we just skip on it. It's too risky at this point. Oh, wait. We have a skull right there. One skull away. Come on. We got this. Okay. All we have to do is hit AoE or get a skull. So I need you to jumble or do AoE. Don't explode. Or if you explode, get lucky. Okay. Jumble didn't get lucky. I feel so tempted to cast this. I'll wait a few turns, though. It can't pressure us with a kill right now. Unless it just randomly gets, like, a skull setup. Let's see. I can't take that purple. This yellow isn't safe. But it is the safe-ish move. Is to take one of these yellows somewheres. Same as the green. It's just a safe. Yeah, I think I take this green down. No. That would be bad. I think I take this yellow to the left. Oh, no, but then it has purple chance. Which, even though we need the mana, I don't want it killing it. Now might actually be a good time to actually cast this. I'm just trying to see if I'm missing anything on board. That might be useful. Purple into triple red's too unlikely. Brown into double blue is pretty unlikely, though we'd win if we land it. However, we die if we don't land it. I think we might just have to cast it. Green in center. Green gives him skull chance. If a skull falls right there from moving that over to the right, he wins. Or not wins, but he gets a kill. I'm tempted to just cast it. Because if it lands, we just won. And even if it doesn't land, Death Mark might still kill it next turn. Okay, we got summon. And we won! We did it! And we didn't even need the RNG of Death Mark to kill it. Nice. Okay, that is definitively the worst faction in the game for pure faction. It's not even close. I haven't done Sea of Sorrows yet, but there's no way Sea of Sorrows is more annoying than that. But there we go. We have done it, which means big code time. But there we go, 500. And now we have every faction in the entire game maxed except for Sea of Sorrows, which is probably the second hardest pure faction in the game. We'll be doing it the next time it rolls around on the Tuesday event, which is in like a month or two from now. But there we go, 2,500. Total 44,650. The only 350 we're missing is from Sea of Sorrows. So we have every faction in the game maxed except for Sea of Sorrows, which we'll get around to soon. Next available time. And of course, this allows us to max a pet. No need to actually max it now, but we can if we want to. Actually, do we want to? I forget. Does Shentang have 2 max pets yet? If it doesn't, I actually do want to up that right now. Let me double check. Where's Shentang? Shentang. Where'd it go? And thank you, everyone. How many gems did we spent? Too much. We bought, what, 8 packs? Or was it 7 packs? I think it was 8 packs. Yeah, it was 8 packs. We spent, what's 8? 8 times 200 is 1,600. We spent 1,000, or, oh, sorry. We spent 2,710 gems is how much it cost us to get it done. But we got it done in 5 attempts. Though it took like an hour and a half of attempts. Actually, almost 2 hours now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, it took about 2 hours of attempts. We did a few other things in there, like the pet and such. But it took us pretty much 2 hours of attempts of just pure faction to get it done. Let's see. And that was with level 200 Horde and 8 potions. So 56 stats from it. The only thing I didn't run with was 50% additional stats from having the kingdom upgrade. Which you could have done if you upgraded, what was it, Shentang? No, what was it associated to? The Lair. Let's see. What was it associated to again? The Lair. The Lair. It's associated to, yeah, Shentang, that's what I thought. So yeah, if you had a Shentang at level 13 or higher, you'd end up getting the full bonus for that. Or sorry, 14 or higher. You end up getting that 50% extra stat thing. You also get some for the team bonus as well for when you use 2 or more, which of course you do when you do pure faction. But anyways, that's not what I want to go do right now. What I want to go do is check Shentang for its pets. Yes. We actually do want to go max this out, because this will be the second maxed out pet for the faction. And Shentang will have a hero class on 2 weeks from now. Or sorry, March 13th, I think it is. It's sometime in a few weeks we'll have it. And it uses red food, which we have excess of, because the red pet that was generously gifted to us a couple months ago. The Steam pet. But there we go. So we got a max, and now we have 2 mythics for Shentang as well, which we'll have a hero class for in a few weeks. Nice. Oh, and we get a major orb from it. This is the true test of our luck. Though we had pretty bad luck today. Can you make up for it? No. That's what I thought. We broke our orange and good thing streak to get a green. Our luck has just been awful today. Every single thing. But we got it done. And it's over with. And I still need to go record the video for it. But then we never need to deal with that delve ever again. And it'll be so nice. But anyways, before I forget, code. And if anyone has any other questions, let me know. Let's see. Let me go find it. What is the gem value of each orb? Green orb has 0 gem value. Orange orb has no direct gem value. However, you could technically consider the amount of time it saves of tradestone farming as gem value. So a small orange orb can save you about an hour of tradestone farming. And a major orb can save you, or sorry, about an hour or 2, depending on what you use it on. And you can say 2 hours. And a major orb can save you about 6 hours of tradestone farming. So if we count that as treasure hunt, and just count treasure hunt as 60 gems, we could technically count a small orange orb as 120 gems, and a major orange orb as about 360 gems. However, later in the game, they have literally 0 gem value, because, well, technically they always have 0 gem value, but they're basically just a time saver. Essentially is what they come down to. As far as the amount of gem value for a purple and blue, those actually have really direct gem value. A small purple has 135 gem value, and the bigger one has 675. This assumes you have every single guardian troop in the game as far as its full gem value. And if you do, then and if you have 40,000 total seals for across your guild, then it will have that full value. Otherwise, it will have half that value. So if you only have 40,000 but you don't have every guardian yet, it'll have half of that value. So purple without all the guardians yet is worth half of 135, which is what 68. So it's worth 68 gems for a small purple if you don't have all the guardians yet, and a major purple without all the guardians is worth 338 or so gems without them all. Otherwise, it's 135 and 675 for the small and big purple. And then for blues, a small blue is worth up to about 500 gems. It can even be used for more if you do it on a event troop, a new event troop legend, where it would normally cost you like over 1,000 of event keys to end up maxing out, like 1,000's worth of gem keys, 1,000's worth of event keys. So it can end up saving you theoretically thousands, but its normal direct value exchange is when you use it for something like raids or invasions, where it quite literally saves you something like 300, 400, sometimes even 500 by making a legend go to mythic. So in those instances, it pretty much has about a 500 gem value, 400 to 500. And as far as a major blue, it doesn't have any direct gem value exchange. However, it can be used in all the same ways that a blue are. And it can also be used to max out troops. It doesn't really have a direct value, but it's generally considered about 1,000 gem value or so. But that's about what they break down to. But anyways, there's 160 more questions till code. No, I'm giving the code right now. I just need to find where my bigger code is, because I'm giving out a bigger code, not a smaller code. We're giving out the super juicy codes. The only problem is I'm not sure how many super juicy codes we have left, and I need to navigate literally every code we have until I find it. Let's see. This should be the super juicy code section. Now let's see which one of these I have not used. Or are you one that we used? Nope. There we go. I found it on the first try. Nice. Here you guys go. This should be a bigger code. But there you guys go. There is the redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com with the game code section, or simply click that link. Your invite code can be found underneath your settings menu. Your redeem code can be found right over there in the bottom left corner, whatever your game says there. The redeem code's right over there in chat. It's copy paste random numbers and letters, the thing that starts with D5, A7, and all that. And yes, it does not give the same reward. It gives the very juicy 25 gems. So there you guys go. And thank you everyone for watching. It's greatly appreciated. Of course, pure factions get so intense, but luckily I finally got it done. Took a little bit longer than I was expecting though, but I was expecting this one to be annoying. Wasn't expecting it to be that annoying though. But yeah, anyways, we'll probably be wrapping up for now. If anyone has any other questions, now would be a great time. Feel free to leave a like on the stream. We'll be back in about 4 hours or so from now. Hopefully within that time, I should be able to get the event video up now that we completely finished out the faction. Just going over the faction teams and stuff that you can use for, as well as pure faction, now that we've completed it all. So what's going on tonight? We'll probably just be messing around with dailies, leveling up a little bit, and I don't know, maybe testing around some teams. I'm not sure. We'll probably just do a little bit of leveling for the most part. I still need to get that other hero class up. We were doing Hierophant. I think I have it at 80. Still need to get to 100 eventually. Well, we'll kind of just be chilling tonight. And we'll have another redeem code tonight, of course, as well. Because, yeah, after we did that, that was the main objective we obviously need to get done this weekend. Other than that, we there's no, like, other clear objective. We're just doing factions to either all rewards or pure faction or however far you want to do it. Either all the rewards or leaderboard or pure faction or however you want to go about it. Yeah, we're not even remotely close on leaderboard. We did do some amount of skip, though, which is probably why. But even if we did no skip, I think we still wouldn't have been enough. Like, some of these probably did some 500 farming. Like, you know, where you keep repeating 500 over and over again with a real team to gain more points after you've already done all of them. Which we could still do with our spear sigils, which is currently only 1 sigil. But I'm going to be saving that for the video, for when we do the video in a little bit. But anyways, any other questions, anyone? Otherwise, definitely make sure to go use that code, as is a better one. And there's so many viewers here right now. It only has like 300 or so claims. There's almost that many viewers right now, given that we've been averaging like 150 to stream. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. A lot more than average. But yeah, there's a code. Definitely make sure to use it because it's probably going to run out in like minutes. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Best of luck with that faction because you will need it. Get every single good luck charm you have because it is going to be meta for running that faction if you're doing pure faction. Otherwise, it will take 1.5 billion attempts until you get lucky. And you will eventually get lucky, though. Like, all you need is just a few lucky things to happen and you'll win. But there's a lot of unlucky things that can happen multiple times in a row that prevents it. But let's see. Pretty insane, wouldn't you say? Yes. I see why it's called the Maddening faction. Or, like, it has that Maddening. Actually, what is the name of this faction if we go into the thing? Is it actually called the Maddening faction? Or something like that? It's called Mad Mage's Tower. Yes, that makes sense. But yeah, the Maddening aura thing that she has in the name of that thing. It all makes sense now. There was a guild chat question while answering my own guild chat then. Or is it about guild chat? I'm not sure what kind of guild chat question could have been mentioned. But yeah, if it was in my own guild chat, I'll go mention it later. Because it might have been something private. But of course, some of the messages sometimes come on screen because of the thing being active if I don't end up disabling it. But anyways, guys, thanks you so much for watching. Have a wonderful weekend. Best of luck with the faction, and I will catch all of you guys later. And we'll be back in about 4 hours from now for our normal nightly stream as we do every single night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful weekend. Goodbye, everyone. I feel like I outroed like 10 times. Goodbye.